in a wide range of ways, help them give back, and help them become better supporters of our communities.
DAV is also holding an in-person job fair next month at the Georgia International Convention Center in College Park. Gwinnett County man heads to prison for 3 separate attacks targeting former high school classmates.
Prosecutors get a conviction against 20-year-old Jet Horn in the violent crime spree spanning 6 months starting last December. Investigators say the Snellville man first targeted a former basketball teammate, shooting him 8 times. In a second attack, Horn shot out the window of a former classmate's vehicle, missing his intended target, but hitting a neighbor with a stray bullet. A couple of months later, Horn carjacked a former teammate. That's when police tracked him down using a canine. Ballistics evidence tied Horn to all 3 crimes. He'll spend 25 years behind bars. Jennifer Perry, 95.5 WSB.
It is 9:03. The Mark Arum Show begins in less than 2 minutes. But first, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Back at WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards watching the severe weather that's been rolling through this morning.
And Judd, some great news. The warnings have been dropped, so no warnings in effect for the metro Atlanta area. We still do have some strong storms moving through Conyers and McDonough, but the wind gusts will be around 40 miles per hour as they make their way through the east and southeast portion of the metro. We do have steady rain showers continuing at the moment. Another round of thunderstorms possible between 3 p.m. and midnight tonight. Some of those storms may be capable of producing some damaging wind gusts. These are all associated with a cold front. That means business will go from the 70s this afternoon to the mid-60s tomorrow afternoon, and then into the 30s by Thursday morning. Highs will only be in the upper 40s for Turkey Day Thursday. Live in the Storm Center, meteorologist Christina Edwards.
All right, thank you, Christina. Now to those wet roads out there. Triple T traffic. Here is Smile Mark McKay.
Perimeter is still a slow, trying to work your way from Smyrna Vinings into Sandy Springs, all due to a tractor-trailer crash that has cleared. Police still may be on the right shoulder, though, of 285 eastbound near Roswell at exit 25. Dorville police help usher a breakdown to the right shoulder on 285 westbound at Peachtree Boulevard. Bit slow back into the I-85 interchange. Downtown, wets, but not too sloppy yet on the connectors southbound. Ashley Frasca's watching a Southside snag.
Tractor-trailer trouble in the right lane in Stockbridge 75 south just past Hudson Bridge. Eagles Landing has you on the brakes coming down from I-675 and northbound. A little sluggish getting up past Jodico because of the wet pavement. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
It is 57 degrees right now in Canton, 61 in McDonough, 60 degrees in Midtown Atlanta on this stormy morning around Atlanta at 9:05. More news at 9:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
UGLY this morning ain't got no alibi. It's ugly. Welcome to the Mark Arum Show 905. Jam-packed show for you today. We're going to go to London in just a couple of minutes, get the latest on the Russia-Ukraine talk. Scott Slade's going to join us live, talking Thanksgiving and Marjorie Taylor Greene. We had some big changes to Twitter or X. We'll break those down for you. Justin Gray from Channel 2 in studio. We're going to talk to Jay Peterman from Seinfeld fame live on the Mark Arum Show. But first and foremost, Deborah, today is a Take Our Turkey Tuesday. How many times are we giving away a turkey today?
We have
9 times.
9 times.
9 times. 9 times.
9 times. That's how many turkeys we're going to give away today, thanks to our friends at Reliable Heating and Air. And, Guns N' Roses tickets. Let's start first and foremost, though, with a case that has been tossed but causing a lot of confusion. The James Comey case officially tossed out, but what happens next? Covering the story for ABC News and joining us live on the Mark Arum Show, Peter Haralambous. Peter, good morning, my friend.
Good morning, Mark. Thanks for having me.
Let's before we get to the confusion after the decision by the judge, let's start with the decision by the judge. Kind of a pointed decision against the prosecution. What exactly happened with that decision in court?
Yeah, it's really a devastating loss for the DOJ here, and it's in part because, according to the judge in this case, they got sloppy. They went about these 2 cases, the case against Tish James, the New York Attorney General, and former FBI Director James Comey, without properly appointing the prosecutor in the matter. If you recall, this is the person who Trump picked, a former White House aide, a former insurance lawyer, who was basically put into the job after the previous prosecutor was declining to bring the case forward. But in doing so, they actually never went through the right legal process. And according to the judge who was assigned to look into this matter, she never was properly appointed to be the prosecutor in this case. So basically, in a way, she was basically playing pretend prosecutor in this entire thing. And therefore, all of the stuff that stems from her time as interim U.S. attorney is now nullified. That means the cases against both Tisch and Comey are gone, as well as theoretically any other indictment she had her hands on.
So the rejection from the judge wasn't based on, because we heard, oh, did the grand jury hear all the testimony? Did they not get the facts, Jack? No, it was the fact that the prosecutor shouldn't have been the prosecutor. That was the reason the judge kicked this out of court.
That's exactly right. And because this was kind of one judge overseeing an issue that, impacts multiple cases, in one decision, it threw out both of those cases and potentially more of them. And that's not to say that this prosecution was perfect. If anything, this was probably the quickest and easiest way to get rid of the case. As you mentioned, there was the issues with the grand jury, the fact that the grand jury allegedly never saw the indictment. There was an issue about misstatements of the law in front of the grand jury. And then, of course, there was that question about whether or not this was vindictive. In a way, President Trump's Truth Social post in September, basically calling for these cases to be brought, might have been the death knell of both these cases, because according to some judges, it's pretty clear evidence that this prosecutor was put in for that exact mandate to bring these cases against Comey and James.
Peter, let's get to the post-decision confusion, right? So the judge dismissed this case without prejudice. And the confusion I saw, at least on social media, was, well, since it's without prejudice, they could refile and recharge Comey and James. But then I also heard, well, the statute of limitations has passed on the Comey case, at least. They can't refile. Do you have any clarification on this?
So in terms of the James case, it seems like that one's fine. There's a long statute of limitations that they can work with, assuming they get a different prosecutor in. The Comey case, though, is where it gets much trickier. One interpretation of the law is that basically the statute of limitation expires in 2 days. So they basically have to rush to refile this. And to do that, they need to get someone in that post who's actually lawfully appointed. There was also a footnote in the ruling that suggested that the clock basically continued ticking on the statute of limitations even after the indictment was brought, meaning that at this point, the time is out. There's not enough time at this point to bring a case lawfully, and the case is basically dead. If they want to go after James Comey, they have to find something else substantively to bring charges on, not this allegation that he lied to Congress in 2020.
What about the future of Lindsay? It's Lindsay Halligan, right? Who was appointed prosecutor. What's her future in the law?
Yeah, it's a great point, because it's been an embarrassing series of setbacks here. We'll really have to see how the appeals courts take it here. At the end of the day, the White House and the Department of Justice is standing by Lindsay Halligan. They're saying that she's a competent prosecutor who's experienced, and that ultimately they're going to appeal this decision. So for now, we'll have to see how the circuit court responds to this. But in the meantime, she basically has no ability to function as the prosecutor there. And the leadership of that office, and this is, again, one of the most important prosecutor's offices in the country, really dealing with the bulk of the country's espionage cases, is in unclear hands because it's, not really clear to anyone at this point who's actually in charge there.
Yeah, and it's worth noting, Peter, that Halligan was appointed because none of her predecessors they didn't think this case was strong enough against Comey and James, so they didn't move forward with prosecution. But obviously that all changed with President Trump's Truth Social post. All right, very interesting, very confusing story. You broke it down expertly, Peter. Thanks for your time, as always, my friend.
Thanks so much, Mark. Have a happy Thanksgiving.
You as well, buddy. Peter Haralambous from ABC News. So the Letitia James case looks like it can go again if they get their ducks in a row. The Comey case, they're bumping up against perhaps the end of the statute of limitations. Has it already passed? That's still some confusion in there. But James Comey taking a victory lap on social media, and then Caroline Leavitt, the press secretary, was like, "Hey, pump the brakes, Comey. You're not out of the woods yet." Very interesting story. Peter Haralambous live in New York. All right, from New York, we go to London. CBS News' Vicky Barker. Vicky, this is, I don't have to tell you, been a whirlwind story. The Russia-Ukraine peace talks on Friday. We saw that leaked edition of the 28-point peace plan, which was wildly rebuffed by just about everyone, including some Republican congressional leaders on Capitol Hill and our European allies. We had some glimmer of hope coming out of Switzerland yesterday. What are the new updates today on the Russia-Ukraine peace talks?
Yeah, I mean, frankly, the pace has been dizzying. What we've been hearing out of Ukraine and also out of Abu Dhabi, where some back channel or off the record negotiations have been going on, is that it looks like that Ukraine is pretty much prepared to sign a revised peace deal, revised from that 28-point plan, which had been so widely dismissed as a Russian wish list. Just some minor details to be ironed out on the Ukrainian side, according to U.S. officials who've been speaking to CBS News.
Do we know what the changes are in place of that original 28-point plan? Because I looked and saw about 24 things that I thought would have been a no-go for the Ukrainians.
No, we don't. I mean, CBS was able to get hold of a copy of that initial 28-point plan, and one of the things it would have required was for Ukraine to give up the Donetsk region, to give up territory that Russia hadn't actually taken yet. Now, this overlaps with some of what came out of the Alaska talks with Vladimir Putin. What isn't clear is whether the Ukrainians have caved on some of these issues, and or whether the U.S. negotiators have taken on board Ukrainian and European concerns that that initial 28-point plan was only going to reward Russian aggression with serious implications elsewhere in Europe.
Yeah, and a couple of things that stood out to me, and I think to the Ukrainians very important, the exclusion of them ever joining NATO, limiting the number of military in their army, and again, the secession of a lot of that land.
Basically, that 28-point plan would have called for a smaller, weaker Ukraine, and basically dependent on its Russian masters. So too much Ukrainian blood has been shed on Ukrainian land, I think, for any Ukrainian leader to sign any kind of deal like that. So clearly, the U.S. negotiators have managed to come up with a formula that works for Volodymyr Zelensky. The question is, will it play in Peoria, a.k.a. Moscow? And at the moment, the Kremlin's being pretty tight-lipped about this.
Vicki Barker in London joining us here on the Mark Arum Show. You mentioned the off-the-books talks going on in Abu Dhabi. Dan Driscoll there heading up the talks for the United States. It's going to be a tough task, I would imagine, for him to put forward this revised plan to the Kremlin and try to get them on board.
Exactly. We understand that Driscoll's been speaking with Russian officials pretty much all day in Abu Dhabi. And, of course, they would have to be reporting back to the Kremlin. Now, in Moscow, the foreign minister, Sergei Lavrov, said before, this apparent deal was announced, that they were still waiting for some kind of official notification from the United States. They clearly aren't going to be told something until there's something definitively to tell. But they've also made it clear that Russia will never sign on to anything that differs significantly from the Alaska Accords. And as I said, those accords would have Ukraine agreeing to give up territory that the Russians hadn't yet taken. I think there's a sense on the Russian side, and I believe from my CBS colleagues who've been talking to people on the U.S. side, that there is a feeling that one way or another, the Russians are going to get Donetsk. It's just whether the Ukrainians are prepared to acknowledge that.
Vicki, I mean, it's a big story here in the United States, but you're in Europe. I would imagine it's even bigger in Europe because of just the geography, right?
Absolutely. I mean, the feeling in Europe is that if Vladimir Putin is essentially going to be rewarded for invading Ukraine, which he calls, Russian territory as a former dependency of the, member of the Soviet Union, then what hope for the Baltics? What hope for Lithuania, Latvia and Estonia? And I have friends in Lithuania, and they are actively worried that they will be next if Putin feels like he has emerged victorious from this process.
Legitimate concerns across the continent. All right, big story we're going to follow out of Switzerland and Abu Dhabi today. Vicki Barker in London. Vicki, great stuff as always. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Mark.
I pulled some audio earlier this morning on one of the cable news shows of one of the Ukrainian parliament members commenting on the possibility of a new deal. Again, good news, but what are the odds that Putin and Kremlin sign off on this. But obviously a huge story. We will monitor throughout the day here on 95.5 WSB. All right, coming up next after traffic and a short break, your first chance this morning on Take Our Turkey Tuesday. We have 9 turkeys to give away today, courtesy of our friends at Reliable Heating and Air. Your first chance to win the first 3 turkeys coming up next on the Mark Arum Show. 9:17 right now. Let's head to the traffic center and say hello and good morning to Mike Shields.
Hey, good morning, Mark. Messy out there, as you can imagine, with the wet pavement and the rain falling, and that means tractor-trailer trouble in Henry County on 75 southbound as you get past Hudson Bridge Road at 224. Live look at the JamCam tractor-trailer blocking the right lane with the crash. Delays back to Highway 138. Also starting to have a negative impact on 675 South, trying to ramp onto I-75 South in Henry County. And also new crash now on the West Freeway, I-20 eastbound right at I-25. That's in a left lane. Delays start back around Six Flags over Georgia. Riverside Parkway already on and off the brakes about 3 miles from that. Hollowell Parkway is an option for you as well. This support is brought to you by Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Learn more about their support of common threads and nutrition education at anthem.com/stream. Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield is the trade name of Blue Cross Blue Shield Healthcare Plan of Georgia Incorporated. I'm Mike Shields, 95.5 WSB.
Get the WSB radio app.
This story is breaking right now.
Get notifications from your source for news.
If you have the WSB radio app, then you saw the breaking news.
Get the WSB radio app.
Don't miss a thing with the WSB app.
Download it from the App Store today.
Hey, y'all, it's Belinda Skelton, and many of you know I've been talking about the amazing folks at Four Seasons Home Care for quite a while now. So many of you have asked me questions about if home care is right for your aging parents. So I brought in my expert, Deborah Barron of Four Seasons Home Care. Okay, Deborah, the main thing that people ask me is, how flexible is home health care? Do I have to lock into a long contract?
There's no binding contract. We just have a service agreement that you would sign, and there's nothing that locks you into a plan. So we try to be flexible to follow the needs of your parent. Some of our clients start with just a few days a week, and I think that's a great way to ease into things.
Now, Deborah, I know that my parents needed a lot of care. They needed 24-hour around-the-clock care. But I'm sure some clients only need help preparing meals, things like that. How does Four Seasons Home Care deal with that?
Yes. So a big part of our process, and I believe the most important one, includes a home visit from our registered nurse. And she is going to sit down with your family member and go over everything and see exactly what you might need. Some people may just need a little bit of care, and others may need more in-depth, hands-on care. So they are brilliant at laying out a plan of care that's tailored for each situation. And I think you really need that kind of customization to ensure your parents get exactly what they need.
Folks, if you have aging parents who are clear that they want to age in place in the comfort of their homes, I cannot recommend enough the experts like Deborah at Four Seasons Home Care. It's 100% free and is such a crucial step in getting your parents what they need for their care and allows you, the child, to do your role, and that's just love them and be there for them. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
MSC Cruises Black Friday sale is here with the best deal of the year. Cruise from $199. Plus, get up to $1,000 onboard credit and kids sail free. Experience MSC Cruises' signature blend of European style and American comfort, from global flavors to Broadway-style shows and more. Book your next holiday to must-see destinations like the Caribbean, Europe, and beyond. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today. 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
Hi, I'm Emily, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company, where a small box with a burgundy bow will help you win the holidays. As an in-house designer, I love creating meaningful, fine jewelry gifts. Choose a necklace with a gorgeous infinity charm to symbolize your everlasting love. Or go for a personalized piece with an engraving, their zodiac sign, favorite color gemstone, or their initial accented with pave diamonds. Because a friend wants you to be a holiday hero. Stop by or shop now at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda present Atlanta's original Black Friday silent sale. Here's what's up. On Thanksgiving Day, over 800 cars and trucks will be marked with the lowest price we would ever sell them for. No salespeople on the lot? Come when you want. Pick your vehicle, return Friday morning, and if you're the first to claim it, it's yours. Doors open at 6 a.m. Black Friday, and the first 50 to purchase will receive your choice an iPad or a 55-inch TV. This is it. This is the big one. Don't you miss it.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
Judd, looks like he's at a rave. Can you believe it's been 13 years since Gangnam Style by South Korean rapper Psy became the site's most viewed video? More than 805 million viewings. Vinny, this is it. Just come up with one hit song and then we're all set for life. Not just you, we're all set for life.
I like how he brings himself into it.
Yeah, Gangnam Style. Let me have him play. Judge just started.
Love that one. Oppan Gangnam Style.
Judge just pulled out a glow stick.
This is one of those dance moves I could actually kind of do.
Yeah, no, you look good.
Yeah, thank you.
At 6'9", it's awkward for you to dance, but you look good. Anyway, that was 13 years ago. Gangnam Style. I remember Marcy Williams hated that song. She was because we'd have to play it in the news, and she was like, "Why are we playing this song?" Anyway, love you, miss you, Marcy. All right, let's give away some turkeys right now. We are giving away 9 turkeys on our Take Our Turkey Tuesday. So we're going to do 3 this hour, 3 in the 10 o'clock hour, and 3 in the 11 o'clock hour. And we're going to go 3 at a time, just so Vinny isn't swamped for the entire show. So this is how we're going to do it. Callers 5, 6, 7 will each get a free turkey courtesy of the Mark Arum Show, WSB Radio, and Reliable Heating and Air. So Vinny, callers 5, 6, 7 will get the turkey courtesy of Reliable Heating and Air. 404-872-0750. That's the number on Take Our Turkey Tuesday. 404-872-0750. Callers 5, 6, 7. I can't do that in front of Maya. She would punch me because she hears it all day.
What does she hate more, 6, 7 or herd?
6, 7, I think. Although she's getting really annoyed at me going herd all the time, thanks to Vinny's influence. Coming up after the news at 9:35, I do have some audio from that Ukrainian parliament member on her thoughts about this possible peace deal between Russia and Ukraine. 9:50, we're going to talk to Jay Peterman from Seinfeld fame. His real name's John O'Hurley. He's been on the show before. He is a riot. Love that. Scott Slade is going to join us live at 10:35. Get his take on the resignation of Marjorie Taylor Greene. I was drawn to this story because for whatever reason, Deborah, I've been craving fruit. I think it's my body's telling me, hey, you might have scurvy, kid. Mix in a pineapple or something. And I grew up picking blackberries in our backyard, and I just love blackberries. This is a blackberry story. This is why I was, just because I'm craving the vitamin C or whatever. But you don't want to buy these blackberries.
Yeah, blackberry's the fruit, not the old phone. But authorities, so like local police, GBI, FBI, they all got together, and authorities seized over 1,500 pounds of crystal meth. They found...
Hold on.
Yes.
1,500.
719 kilos of meth were hidden in
1,500 pounds of anything is that's a grizzly bear.
And think of that in pure meth, right?
Yeah.
The photo. I wish I could show you the photo. It's online. But yeah 719 kilos of meth, and they were all stashed in this refrigerated truck. And it kind of looks suspicious. That's why they went over there and checked it out. And it was somewhat hidden in these shipments of blackberries.
Just to cover up 1,500 pounds of meth, you need a lot of blackberries just to cover them up.
I'm thinking that it was all, the meth was all towards the back of the truck. You know how they just put in the front, so if you open the doors, it just looks like the shipment.
For would-be narcos, Longoria, why is that a bad idea to ship your meth with blackberries?
Because it's not the same color.
Oh, there you go. The color.
Don't taint my berries.
And the berries
And the
don't. They're not. They won't throw off the scent of the dogs either.
Nothing throws off the scent of
You
those dogs.
at that point you can't salvage the blackberries, right? They've been exposed to meth.
You gotta throw them away.
Yeah,
it's
that's
waste
what a waste of
blackberries.
food.
I know.
But back in Longoria's day, you just pack it with coffee. You know, you'd hide it in coffee shipments. But with the tariffs now, it's too expensive. The coffee's more expensive than the meth. All right, when we come back, more on the Russia-Ukraine talks. There have been some big changes to X or Twitter. I don't know if you noticed them, but we'll go in-depth on that. And Take Our Turkey Tuesday continues. We have 6 more turkeys to give away right here on the Mark Arum Show. Keep it locked to 95.5 WSB.
I'm not waiting until the last minute this year. My lights are already up. You should do the same. I'm Chris Chandler, and Wise Guys Pro Wash always keeps the exterior of my home looking great, so I had their team out to install lights along the roof line of my home. They custom fit everything perfectly, and the best part, during the day they blend right in. Then with one quick plug in, the whole house comes to life. I've got mine going already. Had them put up early to take advantage of the early bird pricing. One quick call, I was scheduled in minutes, and I can honestly say no hanging wires, no holes in the house, and I've never felt so in love with how my home looks. Wise Guys makes it easy too. They provide the lights, install them, maintain everything during the season, and when it's over, they take it all down and store it for next year. So don't wait. Call Wise Guys today. Mention my name, Chris Chandler, when you book. First-time customers save $150. Call now, though. Spots are filling fast.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 40-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term life insurance may only cost you about $100 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-352-9239. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance to buy $1 million of affordable term life for you. All you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-352-9239. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-352-9239. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-352-9239. 800-352-9239.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It is 9:30. I'm Judd Hickenbotham. News this half hour brought to you by Beaver Toyota of Cumming. Our top story, watching a nasty line of storms that rolled through metro Atlanta this morning, now moving off to our east. That packed some strong rains and winds as well. And this is just the first wave of weather we could see today. We bring in WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards joining us live. Christina, what have you seen and what do you expect for the rest of the day?
Yeah, even though that the rain is still falling right now, we would think that we would be done, but we still have a south breeze. It's pulling in that warm, humid air. We're on our way up to the 70s for today, and so a second line of thunderstorms is likely to develop. That line is between 3 p.m. and midnight, mainly on the south side, but some of these storms could produce some damaging wind gusts around here.
Could be as strong as what we saw earlier this morning, possibly?
Possibly. This morning we had a single line. This is more of a broken line, but yes, strong winds and heavy rain associated with it.
Excellent. Thank you, Christina. Check back with you in just a couple of minutes. One other note about this morning's weather. An earlier ground stop at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport has been lifted. It lasted about an hour. Last check, it's led to about 300 delayed flights heading through Atlanta. That number likely to go up this morning. If you are heading to the airport, check in with your flight early. Be prepared to wait today. Other stories we're watching, the breaking news from this morning, another glimmer of hope for a possible end to the war between Ukraine and Russia, following a report that Ukraine may be close to agreeing to a deal that would end the fighting. Correspondent Holly Williams says Ukrainian President Zelensky actually addressed the country last night.
He said that changes had been made to that plan and it could become workable. Now, we cannot confirm those changes, but there's reporting that it could remove the veto on NATO membership for Ukraine, that it could include security guarantees for Ukraine, and that it may not restrict the size of Ukraine's military.
It's also not known if Russia would agree to those changes, but it is feared it may reject at least some of them, which would keep the war going. President Trump had set a goal of Thanksgiving to try to get a deal done. A new warning this morning from the Secret Service in Atlanta on romance scams ahead of the holidays.
Reported losses nationwide are more than $813 million. Here in Atlanta, imposter scams took an estimated $17 million from victims.
But we know this number's higher because people are often too embarrassed to report these crimes once they've been victimized and scammed.
Deputy Special Agent in charge of the Atlanta Field Office of the Secret Service, Robert Donovan, says these types of crimes increase around the holidays.
This time of year, the holiday season, people are just looking for connection.
He says never give money to anyone that you have not physically met. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Gainesville High School scheduled to be making its case to the Georgia High School Association at this hour as it appeals a decision to suspend 39 football players because of an on-field playoff brawl.
Unless the GHSA reverses its ruling, nearly half of Gainesville's team will miss Friday's playoff game with Langston Hughes, including five-star linebacker Xavier Griffin. The fight happened during last Friday's playoff game at Brunswick, with Gainesville leading 42-0 at the time. Gainesville Athletic Director Adam Lindsay says he's shocked at the suspensions. Gainesville is still planning to play the game Friday regardless of the appeal. The Red Elephants are ranked number 4 in Class 5A, and Hughes is number 1. Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
It's 9:33 as we check your money. Mixed bag on Wall Street as the bell rings this morning. Dow opening well up. S&P about flat. NASDAQ is down this morning for your Tuesday. Now live team coverage of traffic and weather. We'll check in with WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards in just a moment with the rest of your forecast for today. But first, the WSB 24-hour traffic center, Mike Shields.
And Judd, with it even being holiday light out there in the morning time this week, rain and Atlanta traffic never a good thing, and we have a crash working on the West Freeway. I-20 eastbound right at I-285 involving a box truck and a tractor trailer, a left and right lane blocked, and delays start back at Riverside Parkway exit 46. You can use Hollowell Parkway, Highway 78 as an alternate route. That tractor trailer trouble trying to move to the right shoulder in Henry County, 75 southbound getting past Hudson Bridge Road, exit 224, slow back before Highway 138, and new crash inside the perimeter, I-20 westbound at Flat Shoals Road, exit 63. That's in 2 right lanes trying to clear to the right shoulder. I'm Mike Shields, 95.5 WSB.
Scattered rain showers continuing to fall, but the thunderstorm threat is over for now. We do have a second round of potential thunderstorms later on this afternoon, mainly between 3 p.m. and midnight, and some of those storms will have the potential of producing some damaging wind gusts as well as the heavy downpours. And then we're drying out for tomorrow and we're cooling down. We go from the mid-70s today to the mid-60s tomorrow and all the way down into the mid-30s by Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon looking chilly with highs in the upper 40s. Live in the Storm Center, meteorologist Christina Edwards.
All right, Christina, 58 degrees right now in Lilburn, 59 in Kennesaw, 59 degrees in Midtown Atlanta at 9:34. More news at 10. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
This holiday could be 100 times brighter just by listening to 95.5 WSB.
Because we have the WSB Turkey Day Payday.
Listen to 95.5 WSB all Thanksgiving Day, every hour, 9 a.m. through 6 p.m. You could win a $100 Publix gift card.
Listen for the keyword each hour.
You'll have until the end of that hour to enter the keyword at WSBradio.com or on the WSB app. One lucky winner every hour gets a $100 Publix gift card.
The WSB Turkey Day Payday.
From Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Your first chance to win is Thanksgiving morning at 9 a.m. on 95.5 WSB.
We feel as though we're in a very good place. Of course, we have to make sure that all of these points are agreed to. And then, of course,
Press Secretary Caroline Levitt on the Russia-Ukraine peace deal. What a Ukrainian parliament member thinks of the deal. Next on the Mark Arum Show.
Get your home holiday ready with Zerorez carpet and air duct cleaning. Schedule 3 rooms at just $45 a room and add a hallway for only $1 more when you mention WSB. Book now at ZerorezAtlanta.com. Zerorez, it's the right way to clean.
I'm Channel 2's Lori Wilson.
I'm Fred Blankenship. Channel 2 Action News this morning is the best place to be for breaking news.
So much is happening, and we're on it. Our reporters are the first to know in your community, bringing you fresh information, the best video.
We know you depend on us. It's why we're everywhere, live, to prepare you for the day ahead.
In the morning, see what's new.
Don't miss a day. Join us. Channel 2 Action News this morning, 4:30 to 7.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Don't get fooled by window fiction.
It's Ted and Jonathan from North Georgia Replacement Windows. Now they're calling it vinyl composite, but no matter how they say it, vinyl windows are still bulky, cheap, and plastic.
Infinity from Marvin fiberglass windows are beautiful, not big and bulky like vinyl composite windows.
Experience the fiberglass difference at your home or in our new Alpharetta showroom. 0% interest available.
Infinity from Marvin Replacement Windows, yeah!
62 years ago today, President John F. Kennedy was laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery, November 25th, 1963. I can imagine 62 years ago today, you had complete coverage on 95.5 WSB. Catholic Archbishop of Boston, Richard Cardinal Cushing presided over the ceremony.
This Mass has been offered for John Fitzgerald Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States. May he rest in peace.
Let me ask our two resident Catholics here on the Mark Arum Show, Deborah and Longoria. Did you guys grow up with a picture of Kennedy on the wall in your home?
Not at my parents' house, but my grandmother had a shrine to JFK in this back house because Jackie spoke Spanish. And she directly
and French. She was amazing.
Well, but she directly appealed to the Hispanic community by doing that, and that's why people loved him so much.
What about you, Longoria?
Yeah, they didn't have any shrine or anything like that, but they did respect him.
What I found amazing, again, I grew up in a mostly predominant Italian town, and I don't know if you're familiar with the backstory of Italians and Irish fighting all the time, and Lower Manhattan, et cetera. But even the Italian families had the picture of this Irish Catholic president. Like every grandma's house had a picture of John F. Kennedy. Really important moment in Catholicism, the election of the first.
Yeah, first Catholic president.
And I don't remember because I wasn't alive, but I remember I've heard that people were questioning, well, is he going to be loyal to the country or loyal to the Pope? And
now we have an American Pope.
Yeah, now we had another Catholic president in Joe Biden. All right, anyway, welcome back to the Mark Arum Show. Quick congrats to Clay from Monroe, Dreama from Woodstock, and Tim from Bremen. They won our first 3 turkeys in Take Our Turkey Tuesday, courtesy of our friends at Reliable Heating and Air. How many turkeys are we giving away today?
9 times.
9 times.
9 times.
9 times, 9 turkeys, 3 in the bag, literally, and we have 6 more to go. All right, continue our team coverage. We heard from Vicky Barker in London about the movement on the Russia-Ukraine peace deal. I grabbed this off of CNN. This is Inna Susan. She is a current member of the Ukrainian parliament. Asked the question, has Ukraine agreed to this peace plan?
Well, Ukraine has been developing this plan together with the Americans and with the help of the European allies. We wouldn't say agreed. Our understanding is that there is a plan that might be acceptable. The big question is, will the Russian side also be willing to accept this? And what are the security guarantees that can be provided in addition to that peace plan? Because without security guarantees, that's really not going to be smart on our side to accept any sort of deal if the war might erupt any moment after that. So I think there is an ongoing debate as of yet.
Yeah, post-war security plans, obviously a big deal for Ukraine. And Deborah, when we broke down the 28-point plan on Friday when it got leaked, I said there are a lot of red lines that would be crossed if this plan would be agreed to, and Ukrainian red lines, not Russian red lines. Again, Ukrainian parliament member Inna Susan asked, what are the red lines currently for Ukraine?
Well, the cap on the size of the military is critical because, look, even with the security guarantees, which are yet to be decided, that issue has not been discussed. We don't have any details of the potential security guarantees as of yet. We understand that in case of an attack, we need to have a strong military to defend ourselves. We don't want to end up in a situation where we all woke up on February 24th, 2022, where we didn't have the army to protect ourselves. That is scary. I don't want to live through that again. And that is why it's up for us to decide how we can defend ourselves. We cannot leave ourselves vulnerable in case of future attacks, especially when we don't have any guarantees that that attack will not happen. And we don't have any of those guarantees as of right now. So security first, no caps on the size of the Ukrainian military, because it's for us to decide. It's our sovereign right to decide how we're going to defend ourselves. Another issue with the plan is that altogether, this plan is only basically punishing the country that has been the victim of this aggression, setting up limitations on our sovereign rights, on our right to defend ourselves, on our right to decide on our foreign policy, by limiting our right to join NATO. It's limiting our ability to decide on our internal policy with education and language issues. It's unacceptable why we're being forced into a deal which is basically taking away parts of our sovereignty, which is unacceptable. And at the same time, Russia is not getting any punishment for what they have done. What the deal suggests, furthermore, that there will be an exemption from the from using the international humanitarian law and persecuting those who committed the war crimes. That's not justice. That's given in to Russian demands. That's not making America great. That's making Russia great, and weakening the Western interests altogether, and undermining Ukraine's sovereignty, which is, of course, the major issue to me, because I don't want to end up living in an insecure gray zone with no security guarantees, no future in sight for me and my family.
Ukrainian Parliament member Ina Susan this morning on CNN on the red lines. So again, the breaking news this morning is Ukraine has agreed to a new set of terms with the United States in that ongoing talk process in Switzerland. The question is, what is in the plan? We still don't know what's in the plan. That has not been released or leaked. And the question is, whatever's in that plan, is Vladimir Putin going to sign on to it? So two big unanswered questions there, but hopefully we are inching closer to peace between Russia and Ukraine. In the meantime, they continue to, murder each other, both sides, attacks overnight as the peace talks keep going on. Updates on this huge story throughout the day on 95.5 WSB. Coming up at 10:35, Scott Slade's going to join us live, the official historian of WSB Radio, get his thoughts on the resignation of Marjorie Taylor Greene. We mentioned yesterday, a lot of people were up in arms at Marjorie Taylor Greene retiring 2 days after her pension vests. And then we found out how much it was. It was like $8,400 a year. Speaking of pensions, Deborah came up. I guess this was fresh in your mind. This is a pension story. It's a pension theft story, though. What's the backstory here?
Okay, so this was in Italy, and a man has been accused of dressing up as his dead mom to claim her pension while the body was decaying at home. So his mom was Graziella Dogliogio from Italy, and she passed away at the age of 82. But instead of reporting it, he decided to wrap her body up and just hide it there at the house and continue to get her pension money. The only problem was she had to go update the ID. So he decided to cut his hair the way his mom wore her hair, put on her clothes, put on makeup, lipstick, even her jewelry, went down to the office, like that's probably not the DMV, but the DMV,
sure,
to get his ID, her ID
updated.
Right. And then when the person that was working thought something was off, like the way he talked, the way he looked just was a little bit off. So she alerted the authorities, who did a little more investigating and realized this isn't Mrs. Delogio, it's your actual son. But he had been collecting money for years, and he ended up coming away with about 53,000 euros a year, which is about 60,000 American dollars.
That
for
puts
us.
Marjorie Taylor Greene's pension to shame.
Yeah, for at least a couple of years, but he's been busted. They went to the house, and they were able to find the body of the mom, too.
Oh, that's just, sacrilegious. Do we know if he facing Italian jail time? Like, is he going to get prosecuted for?
Yeah, it doesn't give me the charges, though. I think they're probably different compared to what we have crimes here. But they did find the body. I'm like, that's enough, yeah.
All right, do you think that I think that's a dumb criminal or a smart criminal, Deborah Greene? What do you think?
I'm going to say that is a smart criminal for you.
No. In theory, maybe. But he's cross-dressing. If he was trying to get his dad's pension.
Well, you got to remember in today's society, things are a little more fluid now. And you
Sure.
can be in transitions and, you
But
know.
a 50-year-old guy could more easily pass for an 80-year-old guy than an 80-year-old woman.
But maybe his father was long gone and it was just
That's
his
what I'm
mom.
saying.
Yeah.
But he got away with it for years. You shoot your shot, as Vinny tells me. You always got to shoot your shot. But the fact that he didn't bury his mom, that's even more awful. So I'm going to say dumb criminal on that. All right, when we come back, we're going to talk to Jay Peterman. Actor John O'Hurley going to join us live again on the Mark Arum Show. Very excited to talk to him. Are people excited or angry on the roads right now? 9:47 on the Mark Arum Show. Back to Atlanta's only 24-hour traffic center, Mike Shields.
Getting excited, Mark, with a crash that at one point had all lanes blocked in the last few minutes. Now moving mostly to a right lane. The left lane's back open. I-20 eastbound right at I-285 on the West Freeway. Slow as you leave Riverside Parkway and Six Flags over Georgia. And tractor-trailer trouble clearing out of right lane in Henry County. 75 southbound getting past Hudson Bridge Road. Exit 224 still slow back before Highway 138. This support is brought by Blindster.com. Blindster's Black Friday sale is here. Save up to 50% now on all custom blinds, guaranteed to fit and priced lower than the big box stores. Hurry, the sale ends soon. I'm Mike Shields, 95.5 WSB.
When traffic
No
hits,
traffic getting through in either direction.
the Triple Team Traffic Center has you covered.
Even the bridge over 75 is being held.
Your source for Atlanta's traffic.
Traffic out of Spaghetti Junction along 285 westbound and a crash on Peachtree Boulevard, 141 southbound before 285.
Brought to you by the Cool Ray Lifetime Parts and Labor Warranty.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
For many of you, it's happening. Your hair's thinning, your crown's disappearing, and maybe hair loss has you feeling your identity is lost altogether. Well, I got good news. It's Advanced Hair's incredible yet simple one-day treatment that starts regrowing your own natural hair the very next day, and it's guaranteed to grow for life. It's Mark Arum back with you. We've all seen the pills and lotions that come with monthly subscriptions. They help retain what you have, but what about regrowing your hair permanently in specific areas? From Advanced Hair's state-of-the-art facilities to their world-class physicians, it's not maybe your hair will regrow, it's guaranteed that your new hair will grow. You decide how much, how thick, and where. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, and I've seen their results, friends. For your free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts, call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Hey guys, are you striking out in the bedroom? Because pills like Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra just don't work anymore. Here's how Choice Men's Health is solving PE and ED issues. Meet Dr. Katz, the expert in men's health.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Choice Men's Health offers safe, custom-blended medications designed to fit your needs. There is no pain or surgery. It doesn't matter how old you are or if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues. Not a problem. It's safe and affordable for everyone. You'll see results in 15 minutes guaranteed, or you don't pay anything. Solve the problem of ED and PE now.
For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are free. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170 to claim your initial consultation and first treatment for free. Call Choice Men's Health now, 404-400-1170.
The Breda Wildlife Guarantee keeps you protected from critters at no additional cost. Breda's also proud to sponsor Scott Slade's Georgia every Thursday on Atlanta's Morning News.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Welcome to Coffee House. How are you today?
Hi, great, thanks. May I get a sea salt caramel latte with almond milk, extra caramel, extra shot, iced,
Gross.
and to go, please. Did you get all that?
No, I was just ringing you up for all the extras. Can you repeat your order, please?
Oh, never mind. I'm just gonna go.
Stop paying extra for extras. Get fancy coffee without the fancy coffee price at Quick Trip. Raise your coffee bar.
Hey, it's Mark Arum here. Reliable Heating and Air will keep you warm with a new furnace for $59.99 a month and fed, too, with free Turkey Tuesdays. Listen to my show every Tuesday for your chance to win and visit ReliableAir.com to schedule your furnace check.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. Ever wonder why the big wireless companies want you on an unlimited plan? It's because they need you to help cover the cost of the 20-somethings who are using a lot of data every month. Fact is, according to the latest research studies, most people 50 and up, like me, only use 12 gigs or less each month. Don't get bamboozled by Big Wireless. At Consumer Cellular, pick what suits your needs. Whether it's 1 gig, 5, 10, or unlimited, the point is, pay for exactly what you need and nothing more. We use the same towers as the big guys, but since we don't own and maintain them, we can pass the savings on to you. Our plans start at just $20 a month, and you'll get the best customer service in the business. I want to invite you to join the millions of people who choose something better than Big Wireless. Because if you're not using all that data, you're probably getting used.
Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com/facts. Plans include $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. See site for additional facts.
9:52 on the Mark Arum Show. You know him from Seinfeld, Dancing with the Stars. Longtime guest and favorite guest of the Mark Arum Show, John O'Hurley, joining us live. John, good morning. Hope you've been well, my friend.
Good morning. Thank you for the invitation. Nice to be here with you.
I have not been jealous for your career. I've been very prideful of your career achievements, but now I'm officially jealous. As a dog lover, I would love to be hosting the National Dog Show presented by Purina on Thanksgiving Day on NBC. As I know you're a dog lover as well. Is that the greatest gig ever?
You know, it certainly is. It's the happiest day of the year. As I get to, because it's a benched show, means all of the dogs and the owners, the handlers, all remain backstage for the length of the show, which is all day, and you can walk up and down the aisles and meet any one of 204 different breeds and some 2,000 dogs that are the best in the country. They've all been breed champions at one time or another.
That sounds like heaven to me. Just,
it really is.
To see all these amazing dogs and the talent. Now, do you have a subconscious bias toward a certain breed? Like what's the John O'Hurley favorite breeds?
For the show, I always like the Irish Setter, and I like the auburn hair, the coat, and just the way the dog is walks in very erect and. The coat just moves against the beautiful blue rug, and it always reminds me of the redhead that just walked into the cocktail party.
Wow! All right, that's a great analogy there from John. See, I do rescue dogs throughout my life. It's always rescue dogs, but I tend to navigate toward beagle or beagle mixes. I love beagles,
yeah.
And the
faces are just the best.
Oh, but they're so tough to train. That's why I'm amazed that the Beagles are so well behaved on this show.
They're a little obstinate, yes, they are. But training, you gotta be the alpha male with them.
Well, yeah, that ship has passed. That ship has passed. I got to ask. This is the 25th anniversary of one of my favorite movies, Best in Show, the mockumentary about dog shows. Were you a fan of that movie when it came out, and do you take anything away from it?
Absolutely loved it. But we didn't. That was the beginning of the genesis of the National Dog Show. John Miller, who was the head of NBC Sports, took home Best in Show over the weekend back in 2002, and he watched it several times, laughed harder every time he saw it, and came in Monday morning to the meeting at NBC Sports and said, I know what we're going to do with that 2-hour slice between the parade and football. We're going to do a dog show. Well, they about laughed him out of the office, and by the end of the day, he had the Kennel Club of Philadelphia licensed one of their shows, the National Dog Show, and Purina was on by the end of the day as the presenting sponsor. And Tuesday morning, they called me in L.A., and I picked up the phone, said hello, and he said, woof, woof. And that was how it started.
And you made it happen. Final question for you. Sources tell me there's going to be a new breed at the show this year.
We have every year the AKC recognizes a new breed or two or three sometimes. This year we have the Danish Swedish farm dog, a beautiful little representative of the working group. It's a small dog, but has the determination of a Sherman tank, and it's a lot of fun, and has already done some winning, quite a bit of winning. So it's a welcome new breed.
Well, my wife told me that we were going to eat Thanksgiving dinner, lunch, whatever, at 1 p.m. I said, we got to move it back to 2 because I want to watch the National Dog Show. It's going to be on noon to 2 Eastern, Thursday on NBC, simulcast on Peacock. For the first time, you've been on the show a bunch, John. I made it through an entire interview without asking you about Seinfeld. So I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that.
Well, that's quite all right.
Best of luck to you and all the dogs on Thanksgiving, John. Appreciate your time.
Great to talk to you. You bet.
There you go. What a great gig. I might get on LinkedIn right now. I log on to LinkedIn like twice a year, and like, is there a thing? I'm so ignorant to LinkedIn, like career goals. If there is, I'm going to put on wants to host a national televised dog show. I don't think it would play the same on the radio. Look at that tall redhead walking down. That was a little awkward. All right, news, weather, and traffic in under 3 minutes. When we come back, we're going to give away more turkeys. Take Our Turkey Tuesday continues, courtesy of Reliable Heating and Air. Plus, there's been some interesting changes to Twitter or X. What's behind the changes and the impact? We'll explain next on The Mark Arum Show.
Hey, y'all, it's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I'm so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. And Four Seasons Home Care was so helpful to my family throughout the process. I get emails from listeners all the time and why I trusted Four Seasons Home Care. They tell me I don't want just anyone to care for my parents. Well, of course you don't. So here's why I work with Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company. They vet and hire every single one of their caregiving specialists, and they don't farm out the care to contractors, and they're not some national corporation. So here's my advice, folks. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. Do your homework. This is a huge decision. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. A question I get all the time is, how did we become the largest injury firm in the world? We have over 1,000 lawyers in all 50 states and close to 6,000 coworkers. Our call center is on duty 24/7. You can reach us at any time at forthepeople.com. But the real reason is we won a lot. When you visit our website, go to our verdicts and settlements. There you will see what our clients were offered and what they were awarded at trial. All those verdicts help us resolve many cases fairly and early. You see, nothing beats reputation. The insurance industry knows who we are. We even have insurance adjusters call us for representation because they know too. We've made it easy. On your mobile device or computer, go to forthepeople.com and we will get busy. It's that easy. Call today. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Injured? Dial #law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Good morning. It is 10 o'clock. I'm Sabrina Cupid. This news is sponsored by TE Certified Electrical Plumbing, Heating, and Air. Well, storms moved through the metro area just last hour. So you were in that this morning if you were driving. They have now moved out, but WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards says we are not done with the stormy weather just yet.
A second round of thunderstorms is likely for late this afternoon into this evening between 3 p.m. and midnight. Some of these storms may be capable of producing damaging wind gusts as well as heavy rainfall.
Be sure and check back. We'll keep you updated on the weather and, of course, the traffic here at 95.5 WSB. CBS reporting this morning Ukraine has agreed to a peace proposal with only minor details to settle. Correspondent Holly Williams reporting on what could be a breakthrough in talks between the U.S. and Ukraine.
A senior Ukrainian official posted on social media this morning that the U.S. and Ukraine have reached a, quote, common understanding on the core terms of the agreement. Now, we don't have any details on what that agreement is, but we do have a very good sense on what the sticking points were. President Trump's original 28-point peace plan, which we became aware of last week, required that Ukraine hand over swaths of territory permanently to Russia, that it reduce the size of its military, and it also said that Ukraine would be barred from joining NATO.
And so far, no word from Russia. Check back for updates on this developing story. A deadly shooting under investigation this morning after police find a man dead inside a car on Bishop Street in northwest Atlanta. Police say the victim did appear to know the driver and yet believe he likely knew the shooter. The incident occurred just down the street from Atlantic Station. Police are reviewing camera footage from that area right now. Anybody with information being asked to contact Atlanta Police to help identify the suspect. Formal search operations have been called off now for that 67-year-old Charles Hoosh, who is a law professor. He'd been missing for nearly 2 weeks after going for a hike at Blood Mountain. Surveillance video captured his image at a nearby store, but has not been seen since. New research this morning on weight loss drugs and pregnancy has been released. It looks like patients who stopped taking the GLP-1 drugs before or during pregnancy, things happen. Medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder has more on those findings.
What they saw is when women stopped, they regained the weight quickly, and then you saw a slight increase in risk in things like gestational diabetes, high blood pressure, preterm birth. And so we really do need more information about whether women can continue these medications during pregnancy safely.
The study is in the Journal of American Medicine. A fourth suspect in the October heist at the Louvre Museum in Paris has been taken into custody. That's according to multiple reports this morning. The man arrested today is believed to be the last member of the crew that pulled off that theft. The jewels worth $102 million remain missing without any trace. The heist happened in daylight, raising doubts about the security at the world-famous museum there in Paris. Let's take a look at the markets. The Dow right now is up 96 at 46,544. NASDAQ is down more than 0.5%. The S&P is also in the red. It's time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Ashley Frasca is in the WSB 24-hour traffic center. Good morning.
Good morning, Sabrina. There have been a couple of issues down in Stockbridge. Both have cleared, though. 75 south around Hudson Bridge, Eagles Landing, and now just holiday volume. Folks headed out of town. So the ride on 75 south, the delays begin out of Morrow, leaving Mount Zion Boulevard sluggish all the way to Jodico Road. And getting through Woodstock, they're doing some maintenance on the left shoulder, and that's all that's causing the slowdown on 575 south, getting past Highway 92. I'm Ashley Frasca, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy with scattered rain showers through the afternoon, but watching for a line of thunderstorms later tonight. Some of these storms may be capable of producing damaging winds as well as heavy rain. We'll go from the mid-70s this afternoon to the 50s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, sunshine drying out but cooling down, high 64, dropping down to the mid-30s by Thursday morning.
63 degrees in Tucker. It is 63 in Loganville. Fairburn, you have 64 degrees right now. We'll have more news at 10:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
Welcome back to the show on a good Tuesday morning to you. Mark Aram here, you there. It's 10:04, 4 minutes after 10 o'clock. This is the Mark Aram Show, live Monday through Friday on 9 a.m. to noon on 95.5 WSB. Apologies for the weather out there, but the whole crew managed to make it in today. Deborah, executive producer of the program. Longoria, the stoic Eskimo on the other side of the takeout window. Down South Vinny screens your calls. Coming up in minutes. I'm not sure how many minutes, but in a few minutes, we're going to give away more turkeys. Take Our Turkey Tuesday continues. We're giving away 9 turkeys today on the show, courtesy of our friends at Reliable Heating and Air. Scott Slade joins us live at 10:35. 10:37, Deborah's got more tickets to see GNR. For the folks that are unfamiliar with what GNR stands for, Deborah.
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses, baby. Going to be playing at Truist Park in September. Fantastic prize pack we'll be giving away at 11:37. Monitoring some big stories, including the ongoing peace talks between Russia, Ukraine, and the United States, and all of Europe, to be honest. We'll provide updates throughout the day on that on 95.5 WSB. But this is a story that impacted me significantly. Joining us from ABC News, technology reporter Mike Dobuski. Mike, good morning. Talking about the Twitter sphere, or the X sphere, a new feature was launched, unbeknownst to me, that enables users to find out what accounts are originating from what countries. And it makes no difference to me. I'm in the United States. It shows I'm in the United States. But there were some major influencer accounts out there that were purporting to be in the United States that are anywhere but from the United States.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So this all came to light after a new feature X rolled out over the weekend. According to the company, this new location service idea is aimed at providing more transparency online, more transparency into people's accounts, so that when you're following someone on that platform, you can understand where they're posting from. And, this idea kind of is generally centered around the idea that you would go to a person's account, click into their profile, and then go to this separate screen within that profile that shows you things like when someone signed up for the platform, how many times they changed their username, and now where they're posting from. That location tag can be pretty general. You can set it to be just a general region, like, for example, North America, but by default, it will display the country that you're posting from, the United States. However, the conversation around this over the last few days really had to do with accounts that were not posting from the United States. Not these were accounts that mainly posted about politics, about American politics specifically. One called American Voice, another posted about news about the president's daughter, Ivanka Trump, and a supposed Gaza-based journalist. All were found to be posting from places like South Asia and Nigeria and Poland. That really does sort of underscore exactly how confusing the information environment on X can be, especially if that's a platform that you get your news from.
And just to be clear, Mike, this isn't, there are accounts found on both the extreme left and the extreme right that were claiming to be in the United States that were not, that were in Pakistan or Indonesia. It's pretty startling, and you're seeing a lot of accounts either go dark or pushing back and saying, no, I'm not in Pakistan, I'm in Wichita.
Yeah, that's right. For example, that American Voice account had about 200,000 followers. It was followed by a lot of people posting from South Asia. After this feature rolled out and people discovered that and started posting about it, that account deleted. So we don't actually know what happened to them, but it appears that the owners of that account realized that they were found out and then deleted their accounts. That Gaza-based journalist, Abujamra Gaza, as it's known, through this feature was found to be posting from Poland. However, the account posted a video that appeared to be from Gaza in an effort to push back on commenters who said that the account was fake. But then X users raised the idea that the video that was posted to that account could be fake. So again, a lot of confusion on this platform. But the larger point here is that after Elon Musk took over this platform, he rolled back a lot of regulations around who can post and what type of content can get posted on that platform. In addition, the platform has been adding a lot of monetization features. So you can make money if a post goes viral. Not a ton of money for many people. However, if you are from a developing nation, it can amount to quite a hefty chunk of change. So there is an incentive structure here for accounts to post viral content. And what is the most viral content on this platform? Well, it's often political content. So that is generally kind of the larger picture here. Again, it just does underscore exactly how different the information environment on that platform might be from what you're expecting.
Yeah, divisive political content is usually the content that goes most viral. All right, one more X question, Mike. And I don't know how active you are on the platform. They've revamped the chat system now, and I absolutely despise it. Do we have any explanation of why Elon and the Musk team decided to just totally upend the chat feature on Twitter or X?
So Elon Musk's sort of larger idea for this platform is to create what he calls an everything app. And the idea of an everything app is not a new one. It is actually very common in China for most of the work that you do on your smartphone to be done through a single app. It's not as popular of an idea here in the United States, but it is something that is very lucrative in parts of Asia and in other parts of the world. So Elon Musk's idea after taking over Twitter was to basically create a new way, like an American version of that with X. The new chat feature is his attempt to do that. It offers sort of encrypted chats and disappearing chats and a lot of new features, but it does also require you to sign up for some things. So it's, dividing opinion certainly on that platform. Again, this is a platform that has seen huge staff reductions in the last 3 years or so, and a lot of that staff had to do with data privacy, something to consider if you're having intimate conversations on that platform, sensitive conversations on that platform. So that's a piece of this as well. But despite a lot of the controversial changes that Elon Musk has made to X in the last 3 years, recent Pew survey finds that actually it's not really affected the usership of that platform substantively. The Pew survey found that about 1 in 5 Americans use X regularly, while while the competing platforms out there, Threads from Meta, Blue Sky is another one, they kind of remain small. They have about half the usership and oftentimes less than half the usership of X. So, while there is a lot of talk about, people leaving X or being frustrated with the platform, it doesn't seem to have actually impacted their usership numbers that much.
Yeah, still a major force in the market. Mike Dubusky, ABC News. Mike, great stuff as always. Thanks for your time.
Of course. Take care.
Yeah, a lot to unpack there. I don't know if listeners are active on X or lurkers or whatever, but it was pretty shocking, Deborah, that all of these accounts that have been perpetrating that they are in the United States are from like Bangladesh or Saudi Arabia or United Arab Emirates. Like MAGA Mom 1984 was from Kyrgyzstan, or so. I'm just making this up. So now there's transparency there. Are you active, Deborah, on Twitter? I know you have an account. Are you?
So I kind of just post random thoughts as they come to my head.
Yeah.
I don't follow any of the political stuff. It's a little bit too hot for me.
Understood.
I follow a lot of rabbits. There's pictures of rabbits. I
Rabbit
like
stuff.
all that stuff. Yeah.
So I have two main Twitter accounts. The one at Mark Arum, which all I do is tweet out what's on the show or breaking news, whether it's local or national, international. But I'm way more active on my baseball card Twitter account. And I am on that 95% of the time, and my regular Mark Arum one 5% of the time. And I have so many Twitter chats in the baseball card world, like group chats or break chat, and it's whatever Elon did or Elon's engineer team did to the chat system, it's almost unusable now. It's just
How
awful.
did they change it?
Well, I don't know, some sort of encryption process, which I get, but I'm not like sexting people on Twitter. It's just baseball card stuff. Like, hey, what time?
Somebody's really into baseball cards.
Yeah, like, hey, what time are we going to do this break? Or hey, Topps is releasing it, and it's a nightmare. Anyway, I just wanted to touch on it. Yes. Coming up after the break, we're going to give away 3 more turkeys in our Take Our Turkey Tuesday. So another chance for 3 of you to win a turkey on this Thanksgiving. Speaking of Thanksgiving, not too many times I can talk about my favorite meal. CBS News correspondent Jim Krasula reports many are keeping a close eye on their food budget this Thanksgiving.
The overall cost of your Thanksgiving feast is down about 5% this year from last, according to the American Farm Bureau. Average turkey costs are down about 16% from 2024. Still, many shoppers are on a strict budget, including Renee Strickland in Jackson, Mississippi.
I haven't clipped coupons or managed my shopping like I have the past 2 years. We definitely have a budget now where we used to just come here and throw things in the buggy. Now we actually plan and budget.
The price of the Thanksgiving meal fixings is up by more than 30% from a year ago. Jim Krasula, CBS News.
So I went in depth on this because, again, it's my favorite meal of the year. Turkey prices are down and stuffing prices are down. Like 2 of my favorite things. I don't know about gravy. I didn't see what gravy prices are doing. But other stuff is more expensive. But if you like turkey and stuffing like me, dressing, whatever, it's the prices are down there. I didn't even think about that. Our coupons, now that food is so expensive and everything is inflationary, do you think coupons are going to make a big comeback? Are people?
I've never stopped using
No.
coupons.
Where
Yeah.
are our Burger King coupons, by the way, Deborah?
Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't got any. Yeah, the next time I get some, I promise I'll bring them.
Stuff them in our
Everything's
stockings.
digital now.
Yeah, stuff them in our. I love that. You know what I'm talking about, Longoria, that mailing.
Oh, yeah.
You get like 40 Burger King coupons.
Yeah, when I see them, Leslie hates it. She's
Oh.
like, throw it away. I'm like, no, we're going.
Oh, I always brought them in for Mark because
like
I don't use them.
We'll just rip them in half because there's so many. But the people at Burger King, location dependent. You walk in with that thing, and they're like, oh, goodness gracious. Cheap ass Aram again. Wants that BOGO chicken sandwich deal. All right, one more Thanksgiving story. I'm questioning this. These are the most favored Thanksgiving side dishes by state. And the only reason I question it is I find it hard to believe that this is the number one side on Thanksgiving in the state of Georgia.
So this comes from DoorDash and what people order the most. So that's what they're tracking, like
Okay.
what people order here in each state, and that's what they're reporting.
And
So for Georgia and Alabama, Florida, and Tennessee, it all comes in at corn as being the favorite side
I mean,
dish.
I like corn, but on
But
Thanksgiving,
not more than stuffing.
it's like 4th on the list. Mashed potato stuffing, mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, mac and cheese.
Broccoli cheese casserole. I like a broccoli cheese casserole.
Yeah, all right, I'll put that tied with corn at the 6th spot.
Really?
But I don't find that accurate, at least in the Thanksgivings.
Traditional Thanksgiving.
Corn
right?
never goes first.
It
right?
did for the first Pilgrims.
It did, yes. That was maize, Deborah. That was maize. All right, give me some other, our states. Texas, Longoria.
Okay, for Texas, you have cornbread, so you're still saying Indy corn.
now
Do you like
that-
it sweet or do you like it savory?
I like both. It just depends on what you're eating it with.
All right,
I guess.
Switzerland.
Maybe we're ordering corn in Georgia to make cornbread.
That makes sense,
All
right?
right,
Here.
that does make sense. Deborah, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, we have corn too because we grow a lot of it up there.
I thought it would have been like a cheese dip or some sort of a cheese.
We just put cheese on top of everything.
All right. I'm embarrassed what Connecticut's.
Oh, no, this makes sense for Connecticut. Cranberries. There's a lot of cranberries up there, don't you?
We do. Cranberry bogs. Very.
Yeah, I like cranberries.
Yeah, nice cheap date. What are we going to do? We're going to go to dinner, and then I'm going to take you to the cranberry bog. And look at the cranberries bogging.
You don't like cranberry sauce?
I was just gonna ask.
I like the canned kind.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But it's not, again, but most of the time in the last 22 Thanksgivings, when I'm fixing my plate, there's just no room for cranberry sauce.
There's always room for
Yeah.
No.
Just a little
'Cause
bit.
I don't want that touching anything else. The cranberry sauce
I don't care.
cannot.
It's all going together.
I don't
Give
want
you one
it.
of those divided plates that kids use.
But even if I get a divided plate, there's more important things for me on Thanksgiving. And the cranberry, if it touches the stuffing, it contaminates the stuffing. I don't want that.
That's where it's supposed
or
to.
No,
Yeah, it's supposed to be mixed with
Listen,
everything.
Yeah, it's like a
you're not
sweet
changing
gravy.
my mind at this point in my life. So what I'll usually do is the last 22 Thanksgivings, I pass on the cranberry sauce, which is kind of like a dessert, and I'll just have extra dessert.
Okay.
I don't dislike cranberry, but I just do not have room on my plate for cranberry sauce most Thanksgivings.
Just need to
All
get
right.
your plate.
Speaking of Thanksgivings, when we come back, giving away not one, not two, but 3 turkeys on our Take Our Turkey Tuesday. Reliable Heating and Air providing the turkeys your chance to win after we check the ride around town. Our resident Triple Team Traffic Turkey. Here's Ashley Frasca.
Hello there. Traffic is not too bad, except if you're traveling on the south side. That is holiday volume headed out of Henry County. 75 southbound, you see brake lights starting below Mount Zion Boulevard, sluggish all the way into McDonough. Northbound a little slow coming up from Highway 2081 as well. Earlier crash with injuries still on the shoulder on the West Freeway. That is I-20 eastbound right at the beginning of the ramps to 285. Traffic brought to you by Georgia Aquarium and World of Coca-Cola. Georgia Aquarium and World of Coke have partnered to give you the best of both worlds, all under one special deal. Get your combo ticket at AtlantaIcons.com. I'm Ashley Frasca, 95.5 WSB.
This holiday could be 100 times brighter just by listening to 95.5 WSB.
Because we have the WSB Turkey Day Payday.
Listen to 95.5 WSB all Thanksgiving Day, every hour, 9 a.m. through 6 p.m. You could win a $100 Publix gift card.
Listen for the keyword each hour.
You'll have until the end of that hour to enter the keyword at WSBradio.com or on the WSB app. One lucky winner every hour gets a $100 Publix gift card.
The WSB Turkey Day Payday.
From Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Your first chance to win is Thanksgiving morning at 9 a.m. on 95.5 WSB.
The biggest factor, I think, in choosing a company is their integrity. Are they going to warranty their work and stand behind their work?
Meteorologist Glenn Burns loves his Infinity from Marvin Fiberglass Windows from North Georgia Replacement Windows.
The product, of course, has to be good, but the folks standing behind that product have to be even better. This is the company that has the best products, the best service, the best installation.
Infinity from Marvin Replacement Windows, yeah!
Picture it, your holiday table, the family cooking together, the scent of golden brown bread, rosemary from roasted potatoes, and a salad so crisp it snaps. This season at Kroger, make the moments that matter possible with quality that's affordable in every aisle. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Don't miss great savings on bacon. Select varieties of Wright Bacon in 24-ounce packages or buy one, get one free with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
So you're losing your hair and you need a simple solution that works, but you want the best. It's Mark Arum here. Modern technology, top-rated physicians. You want something that's guaranteed to work. Guys, you need Advanced Hair. Advanced Hair's completely redefined hair restoration, from the experience itself to the unmatched results they produce. Receding hairline, bald spot, thinning hair, address them all with a simple one-day treatment in a calm, relaxed environment with experienced pros. Advanced Hair has performed tens of thousands of breakthrough advanced FUE treatments, and get this, your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No one else in Atlanta can offer the advanced FUE found at Advanced Hair. Fix your hair loss today, starting with your free consultation, and you'll also get $500 off if you move forward. Call 470-660-HAIR. Refine your hairline with the team that's redefined hair restoration. And don't forget to ask about that Advanced Hair Guarantee, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Hey, it's Chris Chandler here. I want to tell you about something that made the look of my house absolutely pop not long ago. That was having Wise Guys Pro Wash over to do their magic on the house, the driveway, the patio, the roof. They even cleaned the curb outside so the whole property practically looks brand new. It really made a difference, and they didn't blast that yuck away with any high-pressure big box store washers either. Wise Guys uses only the best equipment in the business. They soft wash everything, and that means it's safe on your paint, your trim, your siding, everything. My home, from top to bottom, from the front and in the back, looks brand new. So you, give Wise Guys a try. One call, a quick quote, next day service. They don't even need anybody home while they're there. It's super easy. Get your place ready for fall entertainment and the holidays to come with Wise Guys Pro Wash. First-time customers mention my name, Chris Chandler, and book now to get $70 off your first wash. WiseGuysProWash.com.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 40-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term life insurance may only cost you about $100 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-352-9239. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance to buy $1 million of affordable term life for you. All you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-352-9239. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-352-9239. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-352-9239. 800-352-9239.
Happy 65th birthday to former Mark Arum crush, Amy Grant. This is Baby Baby, obviously, from her album Heart in Motion. She came out, I was like, ooh, hello, Amy Grant. Happy birthday, Amy Grant, 65. She's been on the show before. But she is not eligible as a former guest of the Mark Arum Show for our Take Our Turkey Tuesday promo, courtesy of Reliable Heating and Air. We're going to give away 3 turkeys right now. Let's do callers 6, 7, 8. Callers 6, 7, and 8 to 404-872-0750. Win a Thanksgiving turkey, courtesy of the Mark Arum Show, WSB Radio, and Reliable in Heating and Air. Vin, callers 6, 7, and 8. I just thought of something. The generation, the 6, 7 generation, when they graduate to cell phones, are they going to want a 678 area code?
Ooh.
Like, will that be the prized area code to have?
'Cause still it's 404, right? Yeah.
404. I'm old school. I take pride in my 404 area code. But wait, you're a 678 guy, right? Aren't you, Longoria?
No, I'm 210. I'm still San Antonio,
Oh,
Texas.
Yeah, you're not going to switch.
Deborah,
I'm 678.
678. It's kind of like when you'd register for internet domains and you could sell them. Deborah, you're going to be able to sell your 678 number to Longoria's daughter. 678. Anyway. It's so cringeworthy.
It is.
Me saying it.
saying
I don't even know what this has to do with it. The arm movement.
Nothing.
Because it means nothing.
All
The
right.
whole thing just means nothing.
All right, so callers 6, 7, and 8 to 404-872-0750. Win a free turkey. Take our Turkey Tuesdays, courtesy of our friends at Reliable Heating and Air. Sabrina's got your news, weather, and traffic in 3. When we come back, Scott Slade's going to join us live, talking Turkey Day with Scott Slade and the shocking resignation of Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene. What Mr. Slade has to think about that next. Social medias are active. You know what? I'm going to promote my baseball card account on Twitter since I mentioned it. Aram's Cards. Aram's Cards. Everything else is at Mark Aram, MarkAruf.
Want to love your deck so much that you don't even want to go on vacation? Hi, I'm Scott Nelson, owner of Nelson Exteriors, and your new deck will be your family's favorite staycation. We do decks differently. Beautiful, high-end decks at a reasonable price, materials you choose, and lots of options. With Nelson Exteriors, you'll get a high-quality, affordable, custom deck, handcrafted by our licensed and insured experts. For an extraordinary deck renovation, Google Nelson Exteriors.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
DC politicians want to enact harmful credit card mandates that could take away your cash back and rewards points. Perks that stretch your budget and make life a little easier. Losing these benefits means less money for your family's everyday essentials like gas and groceries. The perks you rely on could disappear, leaving you with higher costs and fewer options. Tell Congress to guard your card and oppose the Durbin-Marshall credit card mandates.
Paid for by Electronic Payments Coalition.
Sell your home with Mark Spain Real Estate and get the strongest cash offer in the industry. You'll save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle. Hi, this is Chris Chandler, and I'm back in the studio with Mark of Mark Spain. Mark, how does the guaranteed offer give homeowners peace of mind when selling their home?
With our guaranteed cash offer, we provide stability and certainty, which is exactly what a homeowner wants. Home sellers are able to close quickly without worrying about their home sitting on the market for so long, losing its value, getting stale. Yes, listings get stale when they don't sell, and they don't get many showings like today's market. The guaranteed offer allows you to control the timing and literally move when you're ready. It's that simple.
Thanks, Mark. Mark Spain Real Estate has been in the business for nearly 30 years and has helped more than 72,000 satisfied clients. Trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home quickly and for top dollar. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
I'm Channel 2's Lori Wilson.
I'm Fred Blankenship. Channel 2 Action News this morning is the best place to be for breaking news.
So much is happening, and we're on it. Our reporters are the first to know in your community, bringing you fresh information, the best video.
We know you depend on us. It's why we're everywhere live to prepare you for the day ahead.
In the morning, see what's new.
Don't miss a day. Join us. Channel 2 Action News this morning, 4:30 to 7.
Got a leaky pipe? Trouble with your heat or AC? Ace Hardware Home Services is around the corner with trusted pros to fix it. From plumbing to heating and cooling, we'll keep your home running smoothly all year long. Get help today at acehardwarehomeservices.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
Hi there, good morning. It is 10:30. I'm Sabrina Cupid. This news is sponsored by your Metro Atlanta Amco dealers. A second round of storms late in the afternoon through this evening are expected. Some storms could be strong with severe, damaging winds. The main impact. Afternoon highs going to be warm, though. Highs around 75. Now, there was a tornado in Houston, Texas. Priscilla Thompson is there.
Folks came out to see all of this devastation around them. And so right now it is the focus on cleanup ahead of the holiday. We know that some 100 homes were damaged in all of this.
All right, so again, round 2 expected for us late this afternoon and evening, so stay with us or check back for update. Meanwhile, millions of Americans are hitting the road for this Thanksgiving weekend today. AAA estimating that almost 82 million people will be traveling over the holiday, which is up by 2% from last year. Correspondent Holly Williams reporting this morning on what could be a breakthrough in talks between the U.S. and Ukraine and on fresh comments from Ukraine's Zelensky.
Last night in an address to the nation, he said that changes had been made to that plan and it could become workable. Now, we cannot confirm those changes, but there's reporting that it could remove the veto on NATO membership for Ukraine, that it could include security guarantees for Ukraine, and that it may not restrict the size of Ukraine's military.
And, of course, we'll be watching this. Check back for updates on that developing story. A civil rights leader convicted of killing a Fulton County Sheriff's deputy almost 25 years ago, he's died in prison.
He was known as H. Rap Brown when he fought for civil rights as a member of the Black Panther Party. He was later convicted of fatally shooting Deputy Ricky Kinchin and wounding Deputy Algernon English, who testified at his trial. Before then, Brown converted to Islam and changed his name to Jamil Abdullah Alamin. His attorneys say the 82-year-old died after prolonged medical decline. Former Atlanta mayor and civil rights leader Andrew Young insists while Brown was known for his militant behavior, his nonviolent acts helped the movement along. Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
Police are investigating a shooting that leaves one man dead inside a car on Bishop Street in Northwest Atlanta. Investigators say it appears that the victim was the driver, and early evidence suggests he may have known the person who shot him. The scene is just a short distance from Atlantic Station, where officers are now reviewing surveillance footage for clues. Detectives are working to identify a suspect, and they urge anybody with information to call Atlanta police. 2 people indicted on racketeering and theft by receiving charges, according to the Attorney General's Organized Retail Crime Unit. 32-year-old Ivan Robert Stewart of Atlanta, who previously worked for UPS, stole packages of T-Mobile phones and accessories from a Metro Atlanta UPS hub. He then is alleged to have transferred several of those stolen packages to 28-year-old Charlene Gatlin of Snellville, who delivered the items to other unindicted co-conspirators. From April to September of this year, the two allegedly stole more than $130,000 worth of T-Mobile property. Controversial comments about Campbell's Soup allegedly made by a company executive and secretly recorded.
Campbell's Soup is denying claims about its products, allegedly made by an executive in a recorded conversation. The person in the recording is also heard belittling Campbell's customers during an expletive-filled rant.
We have that's for poor people. Who buys our I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore. It's unhealthy. Now that I know what the in it, I can eat bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
The recording is allegedly from a conversation that's now part of a lawsuit.
And Campbell's is denying those claims and stands by its products. New statistics point to a sharp slowdown in white-collar hiring this year. And Jim Ryan says a college degree is no guarantee you're getting work.
Americans with 4-year degrees now make up a record 25% of total unemployment. The Bureau of Labor Statistics says the jobless rate for bachelor's degree holders rose to 2.8% in September, up 0.5% from a year earlier. People with other levels of education, by contrast, showed little or no increase over the same period.
Let's take a look at the market, see how your investments are working. The Dow is currently up more than 0.5%. NASDAQ is in negative territory, and the S&P is up, but only slightly. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Ashley Frasca joining us now with a look at the roads.
Folks reporting some standing water from this morning's rains on Thornton Road. Right lane or two may be affected right at the ramp to I-20 eastbound, so be very careful there. Once you hit the West Freeway, still a little sluggish over from Riverside Parkway. Traveling east I-285, there's a crash there on the shoulder. And holiday volume, it's really picking up out of Clayton County into Henry County and Stockbridge. 75 south delays begin at Mount Zion Boulevard. On 675 south, you're slow approaching Highway 42. Stay on the brakes and spots down to McDonough. I'm Ashley Frasca, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy skies with scattered rain showers through this afternoon. Monitoring for scattered thunderstorms for tonight, some of which could produce some damaging winds as well as torrential downpours. Today's high is 75, cooling down to the mid-60s for tomorrow afternoon and dropping down into the 30s by Thursday morning.
61 degrees in Canton, 63 in Winder, and Buckhead, you have 63 degrees as well. We'll have more news at 11 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. 95.5 WSB.
Wednesday on Atlanta's Morning News, Thanksgiving Getaway Day, and we've got you covered with triple team traffic. Plus, looking ahead in depth, artificial Christmas tree or real here in Tariff Times, which is better? We start at 5 on WSB.
I'm going back to the people that I love
to live my life to the fullest as I always
Marjorie
have.
Taylor Greene's stunning resignation announcement. Scott Slade reacts to the political bombshell 2 minutes away on the Mark Arum Show.
I sat outside in my hot tub the other night in the backyard watching the Leonid meteor shower. It was fantastic. After midnight, it was 40s outside, over 100 in the hot tub. It was relaxing thanks to the Georgia Spa Company. And right now they're having their Black Friday sale. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, cold plunges, all at massive once-a-year discounts. They'll have you relaxing through Christmas and beyond. They've got 9 locations. Go to georgiaspacompany.com right now. Find the one nearest to you. Get soaking, get savings, and relax.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 30% upfront bonus? Or are they promising you up to 10% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. If you have a plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They're not. That's up to $30,000 upfront or up to $10,000 per year on $100,000, all guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Call Trajan today. 404-208-3300. That's 404-208-3300.
Annuities, non-advisory products. DBA Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions. Additional disclosures at trajanwealth.com.
Will my hair really grow back?
Will you stay with me tonight, Mommy?
By giving today, you can help our kids get the care and treatment they need. Give to Children's for that. Donate today at choa.org/give.
The kid was holding on, and we thought it was somebody had tied a baby, like a dummy to a raft. That's what it looked like.
That was a fisherman witnessing 5-year-old Elian Gonzalez rescued off the coast of Florida, setting off an international custody battle November 25th, 1999. If memory serves, Scott Slade, that would quickly develop to the top story on Atlanta's Morning News.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure, yeah. I can't remember specifically, but, I don't doubt that. Hi, how you doing this morning?
Excellent, my friend. Happy early Thanksgiving to you and yours.
We are on the home stretch of the Super Bowl of food.
Exactly. Well, we'll get into that in a second, but I played a part of the announcement from Marjorie Taylor Greene on social media. Friday night news dropped to the extreme, Scott. Marjorie Taylor Greene announcing she is going to step down from her 14th congressional district seat on January 5th. You heard the news. What was your immediate reaction?
Yeah, quickly. Mark, I don't comment on politics. I just don't. But I do want to talk about the mystery. It's a mystery to me why she's resigning from Congress, especially so abruptly, and especially with her history of not avoiding a fight. You know how much time her closest staff, how much notice they got before she dropped that video with her resignation?
I do not.
About 20 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they were caught as off guard as we were.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Her closest staff got about 20 minutes notice before she went public, announcing her resignation over the weekend. January 5th, she says, will be her last day. And although I would love to speak with Marjorie Taylor Greene, I've never interviewed her, nor do I have an in with her staff or close friends. And I don't have any confirmed inside information on the reason that this is happening so quickly and so abruptly. Mark, it's almost like it's from a religious conversion, and there's no time to waste once you get right with God, right? Or some threat to her safety or her family's that's so heinous, she just came around and said, check, please. Or maybe it was just a straw that finally broke the camel's back. Let's talk about all that. In her video, she says she does not want her family or district to endure what she predicts would be a hurtful, hateful primary. Almost assured, especially with President Trump threatening to back a challenger. Now, from interviews with friends and associates, the New York Times is dug deep here, And the Times says she had felt betrayed by Trump, disgusted with the Republican Party, and terrified by death threats from apparent supporters of the president. You might remember there's been more than one story of her being swatted at her home in Floyd County near Rome, right? And writing in the Sunday AJC, Eric Erickson says he thinks that Representative Green is just bored, tired of being one of 435. And Eric says it shows in her lackluster constituent services. Oh, Jamie Dupree digs into what it's not. He says it's not the congressional pension. Many people immediately point to that date, January 5th, Jamie says, to accuse Green of trying to enrich herself because it means she'll have 5 years of service by 3 days. Well, this is when we get into the conspiracy theory section, what people think about Congress, right? And many Americans are convinced that lawmakers like Green can retire for a full salary for their pension and get free health insurance for life. But as Dupree says, neither is true. Let's start with that pension. She has 5 years of service, which makes her eligible for a pension that's 5% of her top 3 years of salary. Now, if you do that math, 5% of $174,000 equals $8,700 per year. Not exactly a way to get rich.
No.
The National Taxpayers Union came to the same conclusion, right? She could start collecting around $8,700 a year once she turns 62, and that's not anytime real soon. That's in about 9 years. So that's not exactly getting the silk purse on the government dime, right?
Not at all.
Excuse me. One more thing. Members of Congress don't get free health insurance, which I didn't realize. They don't get free health care for life either. Though I bet a lot of folks will tell you that's true. Lawmakers have basically the same health coverage options as any other federal employee. Nothing more, nothing less. That's pretty good coverage, but it's not free and it's not for life. So, Mark, maybe the real, quote, real reasons she's quitting will show up in her memoir one day. As far as I can tell, she's not given one local interview since her Friday night resignation announcement.
No,
Have you heard
and
one?
Deborah's been texting her a lot. We've been trying to get her on for the last couple of weeks, actually, even before the retirement bombshell, but no response yet. Deborah, just radio silence? Or
I have nothing via text, nothing returned on email, none of her contacts, nothing. It's just zero.
Yeah, a lot to unpack there, Scott. That number, the pension number from Jamie Dupree was shocking to me. That everyone's like, oh, it's just $8,700 a year. A year. I hope my WSB radio pension is going to be a little bit more than that. And no free health care, which is interesting. So yesterday we had Greg Bluestein on the show talking about the impact, what it's going to mean in the 14th, there's going to be an empty seat there, which is going to hurt Speaker Mike Johnson until that seat is filled. But I'm more curious about what comes next for Marjorie Taylor Greene. People say she could run for governor, maybe ramping up a 2028 presidential campaign. That's my initial take, that she broke away from the pack. She's got the wind beneath her wings, and she has grander ambitions than just being one of 400 plus congressional members.
Yeah, maybe so. And I love what GOP strategist Brian Robinson said on Channel 2. This is her chance to make an impact, or her chance to make some money. And speaking of making money, it's been mostly small donors that have contributed to Marjorie Taylor Greene's campaigns, many of which don't even live in her district. I mean, a huge percentage. But they like what she says and how she says it. At one point, Mark, only Speaker Nancy Pelosi was raising more money than Marjorie Taylor Greene as a sitting member of Congress.
Do you know who that person is?
It was Speaker Pelosi.
Oh,
Speaker Pelosi was during her day as Speaker. She was raising more money than MTG, and MTG was number 2. So, it's just amazing. Oh, and then we get to the process too now of holding this special election. Did Greg speak to that yesterday for you?
But briefly, but we didn't really go in depth on it.
Okay. Once Marjorie Taylor Greene steps down in early January, then Governor Kemp has 10 days to set the dates for special election for the remainder of Greene's term, for basically a year. It has to be at least 30 days from the date of the governor's proclamation. Mm-hmm. All right, so let's start the clock running, though. That would be at least 40 days. So, that almost never happens. There's always more buffer in there. So let's say it's a March primary, maybe. It won't be a traditional primary. All candidates will appear on the same ballot, the so-called jungle primary. And if no candidate receives more than 50% of the vote, Then the top 2 will have a runoff roughly a month after the first election. So then we'll have to do it all over again in 2026 for the full 2-year term. But at the least, it smells like 3 or 4 months to me.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 or 4 months, that seat's going to be open.
At a minimum. And this is what we did talk with Greg about yesterday, was the slim majority that the Speaker Johnson has right now. And to have that seat vacated for a couple of months, could put a wrinkle in President Trump's agenda and his plans before the midterms.
It could be as little as 1 vote.
Yeah, exactly.
Once the special elections in other parts of the country are finished here in the next few months. So.
Yeah, never a dull day in politics, especially here in Georgia. All right, Thanksgiving, 2 days away. Scott Slade's Thanksgiving plans are what?
Well, a lot of food. A lot
Yes.
of food. Yeah. And, the girls love to cook, the girls being my daughters and granddaughters. So I'll turn the kitchen over to them. They will make a huge mess. And I will love it. I'll love every bit of it. The turkey, the dressing, by the way, and dressing is always that cornbread stuff that is outside of the turkey. If you put it inside, it's got to be stuffing. Sweet potato casserole, got to have some green beans. And I don't know, maybe there's a wild child in there somewhere. Someone was talking about having some bacon wrapped dates.
Oh. That's a highfalutin Thanksgiving dinner there, bacon wrapped.
Yeah, it is. So looking forward to it. Oh, you want to guess at the average caloric intake in a Thanksgiving meal?
For Longoria and myself, or the average American?
The average American.
I'll go 2,500 calories.
That's pretty close. The latest I've seen is 2,100.
All right. Longoria and I at least double that, right, Longoria?
Yeah. Not even.
At least double that. Scott, we are thankful for you and all you do for us at the Mark Arum Show and on Atlanta's Morning News. You're an invaluable friend. Have a great Thanksgiving, and we'll talk to you after the break.
I feel the same about you and yours, Mark. Thank you so much, and have a great holiday.
You as well. Scott Slade, ladies and gentlemen. Great stuff as always. Hey, congrats. Speaking of Thanksgiving, let me reach my bell. Congrats to Charles in Palmetto, Jerry from Ackworth, and Mary from Powder Springs.
They were caller what?
678. They each won a turkey courtesy of Reliable Heating and Air. Fantastic. Just in time. And now, the way I'm reading this, Deborah, Charles, Jerry, and Mary are slackers because it's the Tuesday before Thanksgiving and they don't have a turkey yet. But we just saved their
They're the
keisters.
saviors. You never
Yes,
know. Yeah.
exactly.
Coming at the last minute.
Yeah. Congrats, Charles, Jerry, and Mary. Coming up next hour, our final 3 turkeys on Take Our Turkey Tuesday. Your chance to win 1, 2, 3 turkeys courtesy of Reliable Heating and Air. Right now, let's get a reliable traffic update. They come 24/7 live with the latest. Ashley Frasca.
And it's a good thing. Just found new trouble on the downtown connector. It looks like it's in the second left lane of 7585 northbound around University Avenue, starting to bog things down just a bit. It looks like construction crews also had been on that long ramp from I-85 near Langford Parkway where it meets the connector. And you're slowing in traffic down below Clayton County into Henry because of holiday travel through Stockbridge. Just a sluggish ride on 75 South all the way down to Jonesboro Road. I'm Ashley Frasca, 95.5 WSB.
If it's happening on the streets of Atlanta.
The Cobb County Medical Examiner's Office identifies 57 sets of cremains.
If it's happening on the roads leading to Atlanta.
Massive project at 285 and Georgia 400 has been a big improvement.
We've got it covered.
Atlanta jurors convict a former Customs and Border Protection officer.
Your 24/7 news source.
Covering the stories that impact you.
Tune in throughout the day to stay up to date.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's breaking news station.
Omaha Steaks offers unrivaled quality and variety every bite, backed by their 100% guarantee. They've been in business since 1917. They're kind of like America's Butcher. They're the butcher shop that my house uses often for great deals. Omaha Steaks has delicious offerings, and they make meal prep so easy for our house. Even like the individually wrapped boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Fantastic and tender. They're not like steroided, roid rage chicken breasts. They're tender. They're the perfect size. Everything you get from Omaha Steaks is great. Right now, you get 50% off site-wide and an extra 20% off select favorites at omahasteaks.com. It's their cyber sale. And at checkout, you put in Eric as your promo code. You get an extra $35 off. Terms apply. See site for detail. omahasteaks.com. 50% off site-wide, 20% off select favorites. At checkout, use Eric, E-R-I-C-K, as your promo code. You're going to get an extra $35 off. Incredible value, incredible steaks, omahasteaks.com.
If you're a home builder or a contractor, you know that downtime equals lost money. Dave Baker here. Randall Brothers has your back with the widest selection of building materials in the city, and Randall Brothers gets the right materials to the right place on time so you won't incur downtime. They are pros who can answer your questions and find the right fit for your needs. Randall Brothers, widest selection, industry expertise, accurate, no-hassle deliveries. RandallBrothers.com.
Hey y'all, it's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I'm so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. And Four Seasons Home Care was so helpful to my family throughout the process. I get emails from listeners all the time and why I trusted Four Seasons Home Care. They tell me I don't want just anyone to care for my parents. Well, of course you don't. So here's why I work with Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company. They vet and hire every single one of their caregiving specialists, and they don't farm out the care to contractors, and they're not some national corporation. So here's my advice, folks. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. Do your homework. This is a huge decision. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
Beaver Toyota and Beaver Mazda present Atlanta's original Black Friday silent sale. Here's what's up. On Thanksgiving Day, over 800 cars and trucks will be marked with the lowest price we would ever sell them for. This is it. This is the big one. Don't you miss it.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-2798.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
Every night in my dreams.
10:34 on the Mark Arum Show. I saw a clip, Deborah, on Instagram of Family Feud. I never watch Family Feud, but I see clips. And the question was, name a movie you think most Americans have seen at least once. And the number one answer was Titanic, which I guess makes sense.
Yeah.
Christmas Vacation was not on the list. That was a guess.
Wizard of Oz?
Wizard of Oz was, I don't know. What it was, Gone with the Wind was a guess, not on there.
Future?
I would have said Ferris Bueller's not Ferris Bueller's. You said Ferris Bueller's. I would have said Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump. Anyway, so that's Celine Dion. Why am I playing Celine Dion? Well, an old timepiece brings in a Titanic sum CBS's Deborah Rodriguez has more.
Someone has paid $2.3 million for an 18-karat gold pocket watch Macy's department store co-owner Isidore Straus was wearing when he stood on the deck of the Titanic arm in arm with his wife as the ship sank on April 15th, 1912. The watch stopped ticking at 2:20 a.m. Straus's remains were found at sea 2 weeks later. His wife's body was never recovered. The couple, who traveled in first class, were featured in a fictionalized scene in Titanic, the movie. The watch is engraved with Straus's initials and the date of his 43rd birthday. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Is that better? I can play the music after. I don't understand. I'm not going to steal anyone's joy, but why are people so fascinated with Titanic relics? Like, give me that Michelangelo foot, or give me an old fossil or a Roman antiquity. What, a Titanic watch? I don't know. I don't if you,
Doesn't even work.
it doesn't even work. Thank you, Deborah. Hopefully, the person that purchased the whatever expensive watch from the Titanic isn't a listener to the Mark Aram Show. But Celine Dion, I'm sure I've told you this, but I used to play poker with her husband in Las Vegas. She had a residency, I believe, at Caesar's Palace. And what does her husband do? This French guy, he's sick. He doesn't want to see his wife perform anymore, so he would just go play poker. And he was very wealthy. And when he showed up at the table, this wasn't a Chauncey Billups, by the way, fixed game or anything like that. This was legitimate. And he used to come and tell stories about Celine and just lose oogles of money. Oodles? A lot of money.
So you knew it was a payday when he showed up. Was it like guaranteed? Like,
There'd be a wait list to get on his table.
Wow.
Because you go to a poker room
bad when you think
in Las Vegas, and sometimes there's a lot of, I'm going to tell you one quick poker story. All right, enough, Celine. My greatest poker story of all time, and it's not even a hand or anything like that. I'm at the World Series of Poker in like the early 2000s. Not playing in the poker. I'm playing in the cash game at Bellagio, and there's so many poker players there. There's wait lists for all these games. And I get a game at the 2-5 game, $2, $5, lower stakes. But I put my name on every wait list, and the biggest game there was a $4,000, $8,000 game. And I was like, well, I'm just going to throw my name on the list. I just put it on every list. So I'm already playing at this 2-5 game, and the guy gets over on the loudspeaker across the whole poker room. He's like, Mark A., your seat's open for $4,000, $8,000. And I'm sitting at a 2-5 game, and I stand up. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm going to stay here. The whole table's looking at me like, holy cow. I won every hand. Everyone was scared of me after that. This is my greatest poker story of all time. All right, when we come back, the latest on the Russia-Ukraine talks. We'll get you caught up to date next on The Mark Aram Show.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
This Thanksgiving, travel in confidence with a Lexus from Butler Lexus of South Atlanta. All in-stock vehicles are price locked for peace of mind and come with complimentary airport parking for the holiday season. Visit ButlerLexusSouthAtlanta.com or call 800-NEW-LEXUS. Butler Lexus, the standard of amazing.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Woke radical liberals are screwing up this country, but Congressman Brian Jack is fighting back. He backed one big, beautiful tax cut for working families, ending Social Security taxes for nearly all seniors, and taxes on tips and overtime gone. So call Congressman Brian Jack at 202-225-5901. and thank him for backing working family tax cuts and putting America first. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
If you had an encounter with the police and feel like you've been treated unfairly, George Stein, the DUI lawyer, can help. George will guide you through the legal system and work to get your charges dismissed. DUI? Hire the attorney that other attorneys hire. GeorgeStein.com.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 11 o'clock. Good morning. I'm Sabrina Cupid. Let's start with your money. Consumer confidence levels continue to tumble on growing concerns over the economy. Business reporter Jason Brooks has more.
The combination of weakening job prospects and persistently high prices sank the Conference Board's Consumer Confidence Index for November, dropping to a reading of 88.7 from 95.5 in October, well below market estimates and the second lowest level since April. It's not good news for retailers heading into the holidays, with plans for big ticket purchases over the next 6 months declining in November, following little change since May, with used cars, TVs, and smartphones the most popular categories for future purchases. Home buying expectations dipped but remained near a 2-year high.
The percentage of consumers believing that the economy is already at a recession rose for the fourth consecutive month. All right, we had a round of severe weather earlier this morning on your drive in, and WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards says we're not done with the storm. Yeah, just yet.
A second round of thunderstorms is likely for late this afternoon into this evening between 3 p.m. and midnight. Some of these storms may be capable of producing damaging wind gusts as well as heavy rainfall.
And she says the second round expected late this afternoon or evening, so check back for updates. A former member of the Black Panther Party and major figure in the civil rights movement has died in prison.
He was known for fighting for civil rights and for his quote, "Violence is as American as cherry pie." H. Rap Brown was later convicted of killing a Fulton County deputy and wounding another in 2000 as they served a warrant for a stolen car. By then, he had changed his name to Jamil Abdullah Al-Amin after converting to Islam and was known for cleaning up neighborhoods in Atlanta's West End. He tried for years to have his conviction overturned following the shootings. His attorneys say the 82-year-old died in prison after a long period of medical decline. Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
Prosecutors in Paris say that 2 men and 2 women have now been arrested in connection with the $100 million jewelry heist at the Louvre Museum, bringing to 8 now the number of suspects in custody. It is not yet clear what part these new suspects are believed to have had in the thefts. There's still no sign of the stolen jewelry. New research on weight loss drugs in pregnancy is being released today, and it takes a look at patients who stopped taking the GLP-1 drugs before or during pregnancy. Medical contributor Dr. Celine Gounder.
What they saw is when women stopped, they regained the weight quickly, and then you saw a slight increase in risk in things like gestational diabetes, high blood pressure, preterm birth. And so we really do need more information about whether women can continue these medications during pregnancy safely.
This study is in the Journal of American Medicine. There are rules as to what you can bring on an airplane this Thanksgiving. Bree Tennis has more on that.
The TSA says most Thanksgiving dinner items can pass through checkpoints. They say pack meat, cooked or raw, in your carry-on, as well as pies, brownies, stuffing, and casseroles. They say the only issue really comes with liquid or semi-solid items like gravy or sauce. Those need to be completely frozen at the checkpoint, or they'll make you throw them out.
And if you're driving this Thanksgiving, gas prices are down close to their lowest level in 4 years as tens of millions of people prepare to travel over the Thanksgiving holiday. The national average $3.05 a gallon. Here in Georgia, we're paying an average of $2.86, according to AAA. Oklahoma is the state with the nation's lowest gas prices at $2.50 a gallon. Let's take a look at the markets. The Dow's currently up 304 at 46,752, so the Dow's up more than 0.5%. NASDAQ is down 0.5%, and the S&P is in positive territory, but only slightly. It's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. We say good morning to Alex Williams.
Hey, good morning, Sabrina. Right now, slow up through downtown. Crash 7585 northbound, just north of University Avenue, exit 244. Looks like that's been blocking the second left lane, slowing the ride from Langford Parkway. 75 southbound, you're watching that volume traveling through Stockbridge into McDonough with all that holiday travel in place. You slow right around Mount Zion Boulevard, not going to break free till you get down past Hudson Bridge and Jodico Road. And I-85 southbound out of Gwinnett County, a little sluggish leaving Duluth from Highway 316 to Jimmy Carter Boulevard, exit 99 in Norcross. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy with scattered rain showers through the afternoon, but watching for a line of thunderstorms later tonight. Some of these storms may be capable of producing damaging winds as well as heavy rain. We'll go from the mid-70s this afternoon to the 50s for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, sunshine drying out but cooling down. High 64, dropping down to the mid-30s by Thursday morning.
62 degrees right now in Kennesaw and Alpharetta. Lithia Springs has 64 degrees. We'll have more news at 11:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
No, I want this town to be near you. I stand
alone. 11:05 on this really busy News Day Tuesday. Welcome back, friends. Mark Aram and crew with you till noon. Coming up in 13 minutes. We're going to give away our final 3 turkeys on Take Our Turkey Tuesday. And then at 11:37, Deborah's got tickets to give away to see
GNR, Guns N' Roses. Yeah, Guns N' Roses, September. They're going to be at Truist Park September 19th. I'm actually wearing my GNR shirt
You
today.
are?
Yeah,
Fantastic.
Yeah. I'm excited for the show.
So 11:37, and we still have 50 Mark Aram Show Christmas cards to give away today. So we'll do that sometime in the next, after 11:30. I don't know, Deborah. After 11:30, we'll give away the...
Yeah, we haven't given them away that late.
By the way, check your DMs, because I DM'd one person yesterday that won the autograph card.
No response, right?
Nothing. So do that. Let's see. Justin Gray's going to join us live in 30 minutes from Channel 2 as well. I do want to continue our team coverage of the ongoing talks with Russia, between Russia, Ukraine, and the United States on ending that deal. Elena Treen at the White House. So earlier we went to London and got the latest from Vicky Barker. Let's get an update from Elena Treen. She is at the White House within the last hour with new information.
Posture of this White House and the Trump administration is to try and put maximum pressure really on both sides to try and come to an agreement here. And they've been very optimistic in a lot of the rhetoric that they are using, particularly what our colleagues Natasha Bertrand and Oren Lieberman are hearing now from a U.S. official, essentially saying that Ukraine has agreed to this broad deal, or at least the broad strokes of a potential proposal with minor details to be worked out. I think the caveat here is that's what we're hearing from the U.S. side, and they're trying to have this posture right now of saying that they are very close to an agreement. But of course we know we haven't seen a document yet. We haven't seen the details of what the Ukrainians are ready to come to the table on and what the Russians are ready to go to the table on. And that's why you have the Army Secretary, Dan Driscoll, in Abu Dhabi right now, meeting with the Russians. That follows a broader round of negotiations in Geneva on Sunday with Secretary of State Marco Rubio, saying he believes that they are closer than they have ever been. And that is a huge deal. But I would caution that there's still so much more that needs to be done. But the Trump administration very much eager to build on the momentum of these talks and see if they can drive this closer to the finish line.
Yeah, I just heard from the Russian foreign minister. They are awaiting the latest version of the deal. Quote, "We will see." Again, skepticism. When we talked to Vicky Barker in London earlier in the show, we don't know what is in this new crafted deal. We know it's probably an improvement from Ukraine's point of view to the 28-point plan that was leaked on Friday. But what's in this current version, we don't know. What will the Russians do? We don't know. Talks ongoing in Switzerland, and there's also a U.S. Representative meeting with the Russians in the Middle East. So a lot of moving parts, a lot of unanswered questions. Claire Sebastian is an international correspondent for CNN.
Yeah, Ukrainian officials, Pamela, are a little bit more circumspect than what we're hearing from the White House. We heard from Rustem Umerov, who's a key aide to President Zelensky, a key negotiator in these talks, that our delegations, he said, reached a common understanding on the core terms of the agreement discussed in Geneva. But he is pushing for a meeting, hopefully in the coming days between Zelensky and Trump. Zelensky has made it clear he wants to discuss the most sensitive parts of any peace deal with Trump himself, and he has said today that he thinks there's more work to be done on a deal. So that's Ukraine's position here, that they've made progress, but there's still more work to be done On the Russian side, I think we've had a bit more clarity today on what they are thinking. President Putin said on Monday that he feels the 28-point plan that came out at the end of last week that, talks about territorial concessions by Ukraine, including of land that they still control, of giving up any hopes of membership to NATO, that he thinks forms the basis of any future peace agreement. The Foreign Minister, Sergei Lavrov, went even further today, saying that any plan, essentially, that deviates from that would mean a completely different situation, essentially unacceptable to Russia. So that's their position, and they, are immovable on this. And I think that 28-point peace plan has given Russia hope that they can get those points that are in that plan that they have been pushing for all along.
International correspondent Claire Sebastian. Obviously a huge story. If there's any movement on the peace talks, we will bring you updates live throughout the day here on 95.5 WSB. Coming back to the Peach State, a couple of school stories that I want to monitor, Deborah. We've been talking for a long time about the cell phone ban that's taking place in certain schools right now. And from what I've heard on the ground, a lot of success with this cell phone ban, that, it's working. There's a possibility that the cell phone ban might now be extended to high school students as well.
Yeah, so it's been mostly K through 8 where they've banned using phones in school here. But the ones that have said they saw a 22% improvement in learning in those students. So now they're thinking, well, if it's doing this well, let's do it all the way through senior year. So it might extend into freshmen through sophomore, junior, seniors for 2026, or they're looking at it to see for next year. And they got some other things in there too. They want to raise salaries for teachers. They want funds for lunches for teachers, which I didn't think about that. Students get lunches for free.
Yeah.
Teachers should too. Yeah.
I agree. Most teachers I know bring their own lunch, though.
Well, yeah, I know. I get it. But the option should be there.
The only thing I can think of is, listen, I used to be a belligerent teenager. Deborah, you're sweet. I'm sure you were a sweet teenager. Longoria probably had a belligerent stage, right? Going through the hormones and
yeah, going through the hormones.
I think it's going to be a difficult task to tell high school kids, hey, there's no cell phones allowed, right? You're nearing adulthood. You're 16 years old. You can eat lobster finally.
I can see maybe the seniors maybe pushing back a little bit more than.
No, the sophomores are the worst.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I could see students being like,
good
having
luck taking it from you.
Yeah, or having a protest. Did you ever have any protests in high school? No.
I don't think so.
Are they gonna
I don't know.
They got angry when they couldn't let us drive tractors to school anymore. We didn't protest.
There wasn't even a protest when they pulled the smoking passes out of high school from students.
I think we were just the generation that our parents told us this is what it is, and we just dealt with it.
Listen to it. Interesting. I mean, it's been successful, the cell phone ban, in the lower levels of education. We'll see if it works in high schools. All right, more education. SATs. I remember taking the SATs. I was one and done. I was happy with my score. Teacher's like, oh, you can take it, get it. I'm done. No, I already gave it one Saturday morning, 3 hours for this freaking test. There's a possibility that there's a new test that could replace the SAT, and some are saying it's controversial.
Well, so they're looking to add it here for the university system in Georgia. So right now you have the SAT, which is pretty known across the country, and then you have some schools that also use the ACT. So I had to take both of them because depending on what school you want to apply to, some will take one or the other, some will take both. But they're looking to add this CLT test, which is classic learning. And they say it's controversial because it focuses on different classical works rather than more academic things. It's a little bit shorter. You take it online. And I think the big thing is in the SAT, they let you use a calculator for some things. Well, this CLT says, nope, can't use a calculator at all. So it also, I guess they're saying that the type of things that it's based on seem to be more like Shakespeare and Einstein and Newton rather than hard, like factual tests.
I think, whatever. I don't know which is the better gauge of intelligence, but you got to give the kids time to prep. And more importantly, one of my buddies from high school, that's his job. He was a high school teacher and football coach for years, and then he was sick of making next to nothing. He was the head football coach of the high school, I think, and he made like $6,000 for that. That's less than Marjorie Taylor Greene's pension when she retires. So he opened up his own tutoring business. And that's his thing now. He's got this massive SAT tutoring business in Connecticut. If this, again, this is just in Georgia, the CLT replacing the SAT, there's got to be warning, like, hey, in 2 years, because you got to get time for the prep folks, the students to study new things.
They're not saying they're necessarily going to switch. They're just saying they might accept it for the University of Georgia because right now they just take the SATs, I guess.
Did I ask you which is tougher, the ACTs or the SATs?
I don't remember. It was too long ago. I feel like they were the same test.
I just saw a video on Kevin Hart taking his SATs, and it was like at a late night talk show, and I don't know how it came up. It was just a social media clip, and he's like, I use the abacadabra method.
Oh, for filling the
Yeah.
A, B. There's too many C's. You got to go with the B.
So he just sat down and he just went A, B, B, A, C, A, D, D, A through the whole thing. And he's like, I finished it in 20 minutes. And he's like, I stood up and walked out and was like, you guys are still working on this? Like he just rapid fired abacadabra with no R in there, ACBA, whatever. And he got a 580, which, I mean, it didn't slow him down. He's Kevin Hart. He's, a billionaire. But abacadabra. Vinny, did you take the ACTs or ACTs? SAT or ACT?
I took ACT and SAT.
You took them both?
Depends on what school you want to go to.
Vinny, I was a belligerent teen. I would have said, no, I'm only taking one of them. Do you want to reveal your scores? Do you remember them?
ACT, I'm not telling you.
I don't even know what the scoring is on
I think
those.
it's 1 to 38 or something like that.
Okay.
Something like that.
I don't even care about that one.
I like SAT.
What did you get in the SAT?
I can't even remember, though.
All that, he doesn't remember.
No, it was good. It got me in college, shoot.
Yeah, I don't remember mine either.
I
took
bet
both,
I still
too.
have that paperwork somewhere.
I got a
bet I do.
1230, which I thought was fine.
I think I had to retake mine.
Really?
I did so bad the first one that I had to retake the second one.
Was it because?
No, not at that point. I was.
I got like 1,500 something.
That's good, Vinny.
Yeah,
I want
on the
verification.
SAT.
I want verification on that.
We'll get his transcripts.
I want Papa
Crawford,
Vinny.
give you the transcripts.
Papa Vinny, text into the Piccadilly text line. Let me know what Vinny really got on the SATs. All right, when we come back after a quick break and a check of traffic, our final 3 turkeys to give away on Take Our Turkey Tuesday. You're going to get three people listening right now are going to get a chance to win a turkey for free, courtesy of the Mark Arum Show and our friends at Reliable Heating and Air. Right now, though, we got to check the ride around town. It's been an ugly morning out there, but let's say hello and good morning to Alex Williams.
Hey, good morning, Mark. We are still watching some trouble spots around town. Better news downtown. Crash clear. They held all lanes to do so. 7585 north, just north of University Avenue. And now a crash into Cobb County. This is I-20 eastbound before Candler Road, exit 65. Couple of right lanes taken out there, causing a tap of the brakes as you leave Gresham Flat Shoals. And believe it or not, 20 eastbound out into Cobb County. I'm seeing the work crews. I think they might be setting up in the left lane, 20 eastbound approaching Panola Road. I'll keep an eye on that and see if they're going to stay out there for the day. And 75 south is a mess on the south side with holiday travel. You're jammed in from Mount Zion passing Hudson Bridge Road. Traffic brought to you by Indeed.com. Ready to find the right candidates for your job posting? Indeed's sponsored job helps connect you with talent that actually matches what you're looking for. Start at Indeed.com/credit. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
He's the guy at the desk next to you.
We only want to be around people who think exactly like us.
He's your co-pilot for the ride home.
God forbid you actually converse about the world.
Eric Von Hessler.
Smash and conquer, my friend.
Eric Von Hessler.
Today at 3.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
I sat outside in my hot tub the other night in the backyard watching the Leonid meteor shower. It was fantastic. After midnight, it was 40s outside, over 100 in the hot tub. It was relaxing thanks to the Georgia Spa Company. And right now they're having their Black Friday sale. Hot tubs, swim spas, saunas, cold plunges, all at massive once-a-year discounts. They'll have you relaxing through Christmas and beyond. They've got 9 locations. Go to GeorgiaSpaCompany.com right now. Find the one nearest to you. Get soaking, get savings, and relax.
This holiday season, give yourself the gift of a new Kia from Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw. During the Season of New Traditions year-end sales event, now is the perfect time to save. Lease the 2026 Kia Sportage LX for just $249 a month at Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw. The SUV equipped for every holiday adventure. Plus, enjoy year-end savings on remaining 2025 inventory and exclusive customer cash offers on select EV models. Unwrap the savings on a new Kia this this holiday season, including the Kia Sportage for only $249 per month. Find yours at JimEllisKiaofKennesaw.com or stop by 1221 Auto Park Drive, exit 269 off I-75. Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw, where you can always expect the best. Offer applies to 2026 Kia Sportage LX, 24-month lease, $249 per month, 10,000 miles per year, $3,999 due at signing, 0 security deposit. Example stock number JSP 26038, MSRP $31,275. Excludes tax, title, and state fees. Offer expires 11/30/25 with approved credit.
Have a stress-free Thanksgiving that's sure to impress? Hey, it's Mark Aram here for my friends at Publix. Just heat and serve a traditional feast that are going to leave your guests loving it. Includes a whole turkey, cooked, old-fashioned cornbread dressing, Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, cranberry orange relish, marshmallow delight, gravy. Serves 8 people, and the price for the meal, just $69.99. That's less than $10 per person. Amazing meal from my amazing friends at Publix.
Hey guys, are you striking out in the bedroom? Because pills like Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra just don't work anymore. Here's how Choice Men's Health is solving PE and ED issues. Meet Dr. Katz, the expert in men's health.
Hi, I'm Dr. Katz, Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Choice Men's Health offers safe, custom-blended medications designed to fit your needs. There is no pain or surgery. It doesn't matter how old you are or if you have diabetes, high blood pressure, or prostate issues. Not a problem. It's safe and affordable for everyone. You'll see results in 15 minutes guaranteed, or you don't pay anything. Solve the problem of ED and PE now.
For a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are free. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. To claim your initial consultation and first treatment for free. Call Choice Men's Health now. 404-400-1170.
As we all start to ponder the things we're thankful for, how about sparing a thought for your faithful garage door? Protecting your car from the wind and rain, standing guard against hurricanes and pelican poop. If crazy Uncle Mick ruins yet another dinner being overly thankful to a bottle of cheap hooch, how about you thank the hard-working garage door who's always there for you? Drive in and drive out. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. We can help you show some love by keeping your garage door healthy and happy. Clean and lubricate the tracks and rollers, or repair some old damage that gets on your nerves. And your door will stay loyal for years to come. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and treat him nicer than Uncle Mick.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
I am not waiting until the last minute this year. My lights are already up. You should do the same. I'm Chris Chandler, and Wise Guys Pro Wash always keeps the exterior of my home looking great, so I had their team out to install lights along the roof line of my home. They custom fit everything perfectly, and the best part, during the day they blend right in. Then with one quick plug in, the whole house comes to life. I've got mine going already. Had them put up early to take advantage of the early bird pricing. One quick call, I was scheduled in minutes, and I can honestly say no hanging wires, no holes in the house, and I've never felt so in love with how my home looks. Wise Guys makes it easy too. They provide the lights, install them, maintain everything during the season, and when it's over, they take it all down and store it for next year. So don't wait. Call Wise Guys today. Mention my name, Chris Chandler, when you book. First-time customers save $150. Call now, though. Spots are filling fast.
Anderson. Here. Bueller. 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 Bueller.
Hey, happy 81st birthday to Mark Aram Show guest, Ben Stein. That's the second Ferris Bueller's cut we played today on the Mark Aram Show. The first one was this. I asked, how many times are we giving away turkeys today?
9 times.
9 times.
9 times.
All right, Deborah, we've already given away 6 turkeys on our Take Our Turkey Tuesday. Let's give away the final 3. Callers 6, 7, 8 will win the final 3 turkeys on Take Our Turkey Tuesday. Callers 6, 7, and 8 to 404-872-0750. 404-872-0750 wins a turkey, courtesy of the Mark Aram Show and Reliable Heating and Air. We've given away a lot of turkeys. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9, 12, 15, right?
At the minimum.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I think we're giving away more stuff on Thanksgiving Day.
It's Turkey Day payday.
Turkey Day payday this Thursday. But thanks to Reliable. That's very generous of them. All right, Vin, final 3 turkeys to give away. 6, 7, and 8 to 404-872-0750. 404-872-0750. Quick update. Haven't even talked about this story. The Pentagon says it's investigating Democratic Senator from Arizona, Mark Kelly, over possible breaches of military law. CBS News Justice correspondent Scott McFarland.
The Pentagon announced an investigation of Arizona Democratic Senator Mark Kelly for Kelly's participation in a recent video reminding troops they do not have to follow unlawful orders. Secretary Pete Hegseth called that despicable and reckless, and because Kelly's a retired military captain, Hegseth says he can be called back for a court-martial. The president called that video sedition and said it was, quote, punishable by death in a repost he made. Kelly said he learned about all this by social media.
Now, I'm not 100% sure about this, but when this story broke yesterday, the threat of calling the retired Mark Kelly back into active military duty, because you can do that. You someone retired, but if you want to court-martial him, you call him up. But I think from what I've understood researching the story is that while he's a sitting member of Congress, he cannot be recalled, because there's a thing that a sitting member of Congress cannot be active military. So you can't be Admiral Deborah Green and also Senator Deborah Green. You're one or the other. Now, I don't know the validity of that. I do know Eric Erickson said this is a big misstep by Hegseth. And this is only going to boost the political power of Mark Kelly, honored veteran, astronaut. And this might actually, if this keeps getting attention, this is Erickson's take, and I don't disagree with it, that this will raise his political clout to the point where he might surpass Gavin Newsom as the front runner for the next Democratic president. And the way I read it, Republicans and Eric Erickson would rather face a Gavin Newsom candidacy than a Mark Kelly candidacy. I mean, an astronaut, decorated military veteran, a senator, as opposed to, what some consider a wackadoo governor from a wackadoo state. So interesting take on that from Eric. I'm sure he's going to discuss that. But yeah, so I also saw a story that Hegseth and Bondi might be on their way out. This is just social media rumors. But what was that? That female attorney that we kept talking about. That one?
That one. It's going to bother me.
I would keep wanting to say Shirley MacLaine, but that's not her. Anyway, Sidney Powell. Thank you. There is some internet rumor that Sidney Powell is going to replace Pam Bondi as Attorney General. I don't know. That's just an internet rumor. All right. When we come back, Justin Gray is going to join us. A great story he's working on for Channel 2. And Deborah's got tickets to give away to see Guns N' Roses. All of that coming up next on The Mark Arum Show.
Hey y'all, it's Belinda Skelton for Four Seasons Home Care. As many of you know, I lost both my parents recently, but I'm so thankful they were able to finish their lives at home where they wanted to be. And Four Seasons Home Care was so helpful to my family throughout the process. I get emails from listeners all the time and why I trusted Four Seasons Home Care. They tell me I don't want just anyone to care for my parents. Well, of course you don't. So here's why I work with Four Seasons Home Care. This is a real family-owned company. They vet and hire every single one of their caregiving specialists, and they don't farm out the care to contractors, and they're not some national corporation. So here's my advice, folks. Call Four Seasons Home Care and just start the conversation. Do your homework. This is a huge decision. It's a 100% free call that can change everything. Google Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta. That's Four Seasons Home Care Atlanta.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Corporate megastores are spending millions lobbying DC politicians on one-sided policies that send small businesses tumbling. They want to enact harmful credit card mandates that take resources away from your local credit union and community bank, leaving Main Street businesses with less access to credit, making it harder for your family to pay for everyday goods like gas and groceries. Tell Congress to guard your card and oppose the Durbin-Marshall credit card mandates.
Paid for by Electronic Payments Coalition.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
When it comes to defending your rights, experience counts. George Stein, the DUI lawyer, has a winning track record over 3 decades with hundreds of contested jury trials and complicated cases. Make the smart choice. GeorgeStein.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
It's 11:30. Good morning. I'm Sabrina Cupid. This news is sponsored by Main Street Auto. This just in, a small win for the Gainesville High School football team ahead of Friday's playoff game against Langston Hughes. 4 defensive players suspended by the Georgia High School Association have now had their suspensions lifted. 35 players will remain sidelined after a brawl in last week's playoff game against Brunswick. Among those who will be able to play is 5-star linebacker Xavier Griffin. All right, your weather for today. We had some storms moving through this morning, and we'll have round 2 later on this afternoon and evening, but it's going to stay warm. Highs around 75, says WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. But things are going to change. She'll have Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up in just over 2 minutes. A civil rights leader convicted of killing a Fulton County Sheriff's deputy almost 25 years ago has died behind bars.
He was known as H. Rap Brown when he fought for civil rights as a member of the Black Panther Party. He was later convicted of fatally shooting Deputy Ricky Kinchin and wounding Deputy Algernon English, who testified at his trial. Before then, Brown converted to Islam and changed his name to Jamil Abdullah Alamin. His attorneys say the 82-year-old died after prolonged medical decline. Former Atlanta mayor and civil rights leader Andrew Young insists while Brown was known for his militant behavior, his nonviolent acts helped the movement along. Judd Hickenbotham, 95.5 WSB.
All right, DeKalb County Police asking for your help in finding a missing woman. 18-year-old Jana was last seen in the 2700 block of Evans Mill Road in Lithonia yesterday. She's 5'6", 135 pounds, and was last seen wearing a fuchsia bonnet, pink sundress, and pink jacket. Police say she has some trouble communicating. If you see her, you're being asked to please call DeKalb County Police. 2 people indicted on racketeering and theft by receiving charges, according to the Attorney General's Organized Retail Crime Unit. 32-year-old Ivan Robert Stewart of Atlanta, who previously worked for UPS, stole packages of T-Mobile phones and accessories from a Metro Atlanta UPS hub. He then is alleged to have transferred several of those stolen packages to 28-year-old Charlene Gatlin of Snellville, who delivered the items to other unindicted co-conspirators. From April to September of this year, the 2 are alleged to have stolen over $130,000 worth of T-Mobile property. The Consumer Product Safety Commission is warning customers this morning to stop using certain e-bike batteries.
The agency has received 31 reports of the lithium-ion batteries made by Seattle-based Rad Power bikes igniting or exploding and causing fires.
Each Rad Runner comes with a suite of new superpowers.
Some of the fires started when the batteries were not being charged or used. The warning says customers should remove the batteries from their bikes and dispose of them.
And correspondent Michael Wallace is reporting that Rad Power bikes insist its batteries are safe, and they're refusing to agree to a recall. Let's take a look at your money. The Dow right now is currently up 335 at 46,783. NASDAQ is down right now, and the S&P is up slightly. It's 11:33. That means it's time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Alex Williams in the WSB 24-hour traffic center with a look at your Tuesday morning roads.
And we are watching the holiday push on the south side, Sabrina. 75 southbound is nothing but brake lights coming out of Morrow from Mount Zion Boulevard into Stockbridge and McDonough. Not going to find much relief from that brake pedal until you get down past Jodico Road. Northbound sluggish between Locust Grove and Stockbridge. Over in DeKalb County, got a crash in 2 right lanes, 20 eastbound before Candler Road, exit 65. Luckily, only a brief tap of the the brakes there. And then you're slowing out into Lithonia because they're picking up left shoulder construction barrels 20 eastbound passing Panola Road. That means they're holding that left lane, so it's slowing that ride towards Stonecrest. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Cloudy skies with scattered rain showers through this afternoon. Monitoring for scattered thunderstorms for tonight, some of which could produce some damaging winds as well as torrential downpours. Today's high is 75, cooling down to the mid-60s for tomorrow afternoon and dropping down into the 30s by Thursday morning.
Right now it's 64 degrees in Sandy Springs. Covington, you have 67 degrees, and it is 63 right now in Johns Creek. We'll have more news at noon, breaking news when it happens. I'm Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
In Atlanta, there is always something happening.
Tanker truck crashed into the median.
The Triple Team Traffic Center has you covered.
No traffic getting through in either direction.
Helping you on your commute.
Avoid the area at all costs. Take Highway 155 or Highway 4223.
Brought to you by the Cool Ray Lifetime Parts and Labor Warranty.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Coming up next, the Sham Wow guy running for Congress. Deborah's got tickets to give away to see Guns N' Roses and Justin Gray from Channel 2 Live. All straight ahead on The Mark Arum Show.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-2798. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-2798. That's 800-575-2798. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Last week on the show, Deborah came up with a list of questions you should not ask your friends and family over the holidays. Hey, it's Mark Arum back with you. One of them should be, hey, why are you going bald? Or when did you start going bald? Or why is your hair so thin? If you're worried about being asked those questions this Thanksgiving, this holiday season, I suggest you check out AdvancedHair.com. Advanced Hair combines science and technology to give you back your own natural growing hair. Quick, simple one-day treatment, and your real hair begins to regrow the very next day. It's even guaranteed to grow for life. Takes just one visit, but first, you need a free consultation. Schedule now, 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com, and if you move forward, you get $250 off plus 250 free grafts. One-day treatment, life-changing results, your own natural hair guaranteed to grow. Check out the before and after pictures, by the way, online at advancedhair.com.
Looking for some iced caffeine, left you in the cold. No one knows why brown water costs as much as liquid gold. Told him your name was Brian, why does this cup say Nicole? But then you found paradise in your cup at the Quick Trip. No regrets to start your day.
Sell your home with Mark Spain Real Estate and get the strongest cash offer in the industry. You'll save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
11:37 on the Mark Arum Show. Welcome back, friends. We paused the ox, camel, and kangaroo song because Deborah has done it again. Another pair of tickets to see Guns N' Roses at Truist Park September
19th. It's a Saturday.
A week after my anniversary. It looks like Maya and I are heading to Truist for a little GNR. Vinny's still getting turkey winners. You're good to take a call, Vin? Deborah, you're the executive pro. What caller should Vinny?
Vinny, get caller 10.
Caller
That's
10.
Nice and easy.
There you go.
10.
Caller 10 to 404-872-0750. Caller number 10 to 404-872-0750 wins a pair of tickets to see Guns N' Roses at Truist Park September 19th, courtesy of the Mark Arum Show. And congrats, by the way, to our last three Take Our Turkey Tuesday winners, Lisa, Derwin, and CJ. All One turkeys, courtesy of Reliable Heating and Air. I would wager that Justin Gray is a Guns N' Roses fan. He joins us live on the Mark Aram Show. Good morning, Justin.
Hey, good morning. Very few things lately where I feel young, but I might be a little young for that.
You recognize that song we just played, though, right?
I do recognize it, yeah, but elementary school.
Oh, all right. Wow, you're younger. You're a Gen Zer compared to my age.
I don't know about that, but that one's a little. Yeah, I remember. I have a vivid memory of the first time I heard that album. We were in somebody's car, their parents taking us home from a movie and thinking, wow, we're allowed to listen to this.
Yeah, it was very controversial for 6-year-old Justin Gray. Justin,
right.
I am, knock on wood, I'm happy to say I have never been in a car accident where the airbag was deployed, which I feel very lucky for that. You're going to be talking about airbags tonight on Channel 2.
Yeah, but airbags that deploy when you're not in an accident or a crash. That is terrifying. That's a situation where the safety feature that's supposed to protect you could actually harm you. And so that's happening in some of what is a very, very popular family vehicle, and we've been looking into it over the past few months.
So what time, first off, what time is this going to air on Channel 2?
This is going to be 5 o'clock on Channel 2 today.
Is there? I don't want to give away too much, but if there are listeners right now wondering, "Oh, I'm driving on 400 South, is my airbag gonna deploy without incident?" Are there certain brands, makes, or models we should be wary of?
Yeah, we're talking about Honda Odyssey minivans, but the thing is, we don't know if it's in other cars because the car makers keep this secret. What are the components in their airbags? Who manufactures them? And until there's a recall, you often don't know if that same thing is in other vehicles. So while the questions we're having are around one model, it could be in others, and we won't know until automakers take action.
Justin Gray from Channel 2 Action News joining us live on the Mark Aram Show. Longoria, when you hit that deer with your car, we all remember that incident.
Oh, yeah.
Did the
when it
airbag
jumped out in front of me? No, the airbags did not go off.
All right. But I know if the airbag goes off in an accident, it's often a costly procedure to get it, restuffed or whatever the procedure's called. But an accidental airbag deployment, I would imagine that's not cheap either.
Yeah, so we talked to a Georgia man who's been beating the drum on this for several months because the automaker, Honda, is saying essentially not our problem, and insurance companies saying, hey, there was no crash, so it's not our problem. Well, this costs like $9,000. So on top of what is a really dangerous safety situation, you could get stuck with a big bill. So we've been asking questions, which you'll see when you turn in tonight has caused federal regulators to start asking questions too after we got involved.
All right, one more time on the time tonight, Justin.
Yeah, Channel 2 Action News at 5 before everybody hits the road for Thanksgiving. We got one you're going to want to watch on the roads.
Beautiful. Justin, speaking of Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving to you and your beautiful wife, your beautiful children, the whole family. Thanks for all you do for us, my friend.
Hey, thank you. You as well.
There you go. Justin Gray, who was 6.
That was about the age I was. I know
Really?
DNR, yeah.
Yeah, you and
school.
Justin are about 6.
Yeah.
I forget how much older I am because you're
Not
still
that much older.
You're still Gen Xers, but
You're right at the line of Gen X.
you're a
yeah.
cusper.
Yes.
You're a cusper. All right, political story. I love this. The Sham Wow guy. Do you remember him from infomercials like this?
Hi, it's Vince with Sham Wow. You'll be saying wow every time you use this towel. It's like a chamois, it's like a towel, it's like a sponge. A regular towel doesn't work wet. This works wet or dry.
It works wet or dry, Longoria. Sham Wow. He has political aspirations, Deborah.
Yeah, in Texas. His name is Vince Shlomi, I believe is pronounced it.
Poor
And he's
guy.
running for Congress in Texas as Republican. And it's going to be in, near Austin, Temple, and Fort Hood. So
Okay.
you used to live in that area, right?
Nowhere near the Landman set.
No, that's
Okay,
way out
West
west.
Texas.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Like
yeah. Yeah, so he's running against the Congressman John Carter, 84-year-old incumbent. And he said he was inspired to run after the death of Charlie Kirk and wants to destroy wokeism. So if you live in Texas, you want to vote for the ShamWow guy.
Now, I remember the commercial, but I didn't remember he's, post ShamWow got into some controversy, right? Accused of some dastardly deeds.
He was accused of some assault and some other things.
Yeah.
And then he's been out of the picture for a while. I think he still owns that production company, but you haven't seen him do any new commercials for several years. This is kind of his first time back in the spotlight.
I think most people are like, good grief, what are you doing? That's not my initial. For running for Congress, your job is to represent the people of your district. I don't think you need a huge, extensive political background for that. Listen to your constituents, see what they want, vote accordingly. I don't think, you got to be on city council first or you got to be a state rep. No, I think when it comes to a congressional post, I don't think there should be a litmus test on who can run. ShamWow, you do. Sean Duffy is the freaking transportation secretary, right? Now, after Real World, he got his bona fides in the political world. That's fine. But I'm more concerned about not ShamWow dude running for Congress or people without political backgrounds running for Congress. You are just go back to our founding fathers. You represent the folks of your district. That I think a lot of people would be good at that job. If you're not in it for power or money, whatever, I think Longoria would be a fantastic congressional representative.
We couldn't get a rhino named after him, but maybe we can get him to run for
right.
Congress.
Like Longoria has, he has management background, obviously, which is going to help your campaign. But I think Deborah would be an amazing representative. Vinny's too young, but eventually he'll get there. What I have issue is not with, celebrities or people from different backgrounds running for the House of Representatives. I have an issue with people being appointed to positions that are clearly over their head. And this isn't a political thing. If Joe Biden did this or Obama did this, I would be like, Kash Patel is not qualified to be the FBI director. He's accomplished a lot. But for the FBI director, I don't know, someone maybe has served in the FBI before. Right? Like, to me, that's more, like palm and hand, face. What is this? Putting my
face
head
to palm.
Face, yeah. Like that's like, really? I think for those cabinet positions, like Linda McMahon, the former executive of the World Wrestling Entertainment, as the head of the Department of Education with zero, to me, that's I don't get that. If Linda McMahon wanted to run for office, and she did and didn't win, but I'm okay with, let the voters decide, hey, are you good? Are you going to be a good representative for us? But it's the appointments, the cabinet level appointments where they're clearly out of their depth. Like Pam Bondi, fine. You can be critical of her, but she's an attorney at least. She has experience in the field. As far as I know, Kash Patel wasn't in the FBI or CIA or any intelligence gathering. I mean, a successful career, right? Selling his merch, the Kash merch. I think Longoria has Kash underoos, Kash Patel underoos that he got for Christmas last year. Anyway, ShamWow guy. Good luck, ShamWow guy. I would vote. I think he died, though. Billy Mays, was that the...
Yeah, he passed away. He was before ShamWow.
I would 100% endorse the Billy Mays campaign. He's the king of the infomercial. Vinny didn't know the ShamWow guy before.
I'm not surprised because he's been off the air for quite a while.
Sure, and I think that generation, they're not up at 2 a.m. watching TV like we are.
No, they're scrolling the top. Yeah.
Like when I was in college and, we'd staying up late studying and the TV's on, it switches to infomercials. And then I'd see my favorite infomercial of all time, and I wish I could find it. It's the English guy with the British accent going, official hand-hammered walk from the People's Republic of China. Like, I didn't cook. I still don't cook. But he was so good in that infomercial. I'm like, I want that authentic hand-hammered walk from the People's Republic of China.
I'd be terrified now.
But the young kids are on TikTok. They don't watch the infomercials.
Yeah, infomercials on the Weather Channel is what we would watch.
Exactly.
Yep.
Congrats to Jamie in Loganville. She won, or he won, not sure. They won a pair of tickets to see Guns N' Roses at Truist Park. Are we going to have those next week? I don't want to be greedy.
One more pair tomorrow.
Oh, one more. Oh,
I don't know about next week.
Why do I think today's Friday?
Because it feels like Friday. Yeah, I'm not sure about next week because everyone's off already.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. We'll have one more pair of GNR to see tomorrow. 11:48 on the Mark Arum Show. He is often called the ShamWow of traffic reporters. Here's Alex Williams.
Trying to clean things up out there, Mark, but it's tough with the wet pavement, and we got a mess up in Ackworth. Haven't even got authorities on scene yet with this crash. We got one truck that's run into the woods on the right side of the road. Another car slid off into the median on the left side of the road. This is all I-75 northbound, Highway 92, exit exit 277. Delays already back to Wade Green Road. It's only going to get worse from there, so go ahead and consider Highway 41 as an alternate. I-20 eastbound into DeKalb has been slow with traffic pacing in the left lane past Panola Road, exit 71, and the south side just chock full of volume with holiday travel 75 south as you leave Mount Zion Boulevard trying to make your way down into Stockbridge and McDonough. Alex Williams, 95.5 WSB.
This holiday could be 100 times brighter just by listening to 95.5 WSB.
Because we have the WSB Turkey Day Payday.
Listen to 95.5 WSB all Thanksgiving Day, every hour, 9 a.m. through 6 p.m. You could win a $100 Publix gift card.
Listen for the keyword each hour.
You'll have until the end of that hour to enter the keyword at WSBradio.com or on the WSB app. One lucky winner every hour gets a $100 Publix gift card.
The WSB Turkey Day Payday.
From Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Your first chance to win is Thanksgiving morning at 9 a.m. on 95.5 WSB.
This holiday season, give yourself the gift of a new Kia from Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw. During the season of New Traditions year-end sales event, now is the perfect time to save. Lease the 2026 Kia Sportage LX for just $249 a month at Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw. The SUV equipped for every holiday adventure. Plus, enjoy year-end savings on remaining 2025 inventory and exclusive customer cash offers on select EV models. Unwrap the savings on a new Kia this holiday season, including the Kia Sportage for only $249 per month. Find yours at JimEllisKiaofKennesaw.com or stop by 1221 Auto Park Drive, exit 269 off I-75. Jim Ellis Kia of Kennesaw, where you can always expect the best. Offer applies to 2026 Kia Sportage LX, 24-month lease, $249 per month, 10,000 miles per year, $3,999 due at signing, 0 security deposit. Example stock number JSP 26038, MSRP $31,275. Excludes tax, title, and state fees. Offer expires 11/30/25 with approved credit.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Priority Men's Medical Center restores your love life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To restore your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Woke radical liberals are screwing up this country, but Congressman Brian Jack is fighting back. He backed one big, beautiful tax cut for working families, ending Social Security taxes for nearly all seniors, and taxes on tips and overtime gone. So call Congressman Brian Jack at 202-225-5901 and thank him for backing working family tax cuts and putting America first. Paid for by American Prosperity Alliance.
Hi, I'm Andy, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a product development manager, I make sure every piece of fine jewelry at Shane Company is meticulously designed for quality. From 14-karat gold chains, pearl necklaces, diamond studs, and of course, dream engagement rings. We ensure each piece meets our high-quality standards every step of the way, including the smallest details. Come see for yourself. Visit us in store or at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You sort through tons of resumes and you get too many so-so applicants. You're just waiting for someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now, there's a place where you can meet them fast. ZipRecruiter.
Need to hire right away. Start your search for strong candidates. The right fit awaits. Build your team. Build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. And you're on your way to meeting your match. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. So try it now. Go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on
ZipRecruiter. Is there a better commercial jingle than that right there? I've been in radio for my entire adult life, Deborah. I danced to that ZipRecruiter jingle. That's phenomenal. Longer you've been in radio as long as I have. Is that the best jingle of all time?
That is. It's a really catchy tune.
Yeah. ZipRecruiter.
I mean, they did a good job because they're making you remember what it is.
You could play that in a club tonight.
Did Vinny produce that one?
I wish he did. We'd all be retired. You could be playing that at Jelly Rolls on Far Road tonight, and it would draw a crowd. Welcome back to the Mark Aram Show. I just want to shout out whoever came up with that jingle. Phenomenal. One more birthday of note.
I will have you know that I have more talent and more intelligence in my little finger than you do in your entire body.
Christina
sir.
Applegate there in The Legend of Ron Burgundy, Anchorman. She turns 54. She got name dropped in hip hop songs in the 90s. That's how from the Bundy show.
Married with Children.
Married with Children. Like, she was a phenomenal actress.
I know her as
and
a
still
dancer.
Is.
But yeah,
Oh, yeah. Anyway, she turns 54. Not so great news, Deborah, when it comes to electricity in Americans' home. More Americans getting their power shut off right now.
Yeah, it seems like the price of electricity has increased about 11% across the nation, and more people are just really struggling to pay for that because, well, everything else is more expensive too. So a lot of people are cutting back on things or just letting the power get cut off. Now, luckily here in Georgia, when the weather gets really cold or anything, they have laws where you can't just cut people's power off.
Yeah.
But a lot of people are in debt and owe these back payments because they just can't afford to pay for the electricity.
I would think that's the first thing you pay for. You got to have electricity in your home. Food, I guess. I
mean, I can cut back on a lot of things. You can't really change. Like, we can't do much about the cost of electricity. I can eat less. I can drive less. I can walk some
Use
places.
more candles, but those unless you
but you
make
gotta
your own
buy
candles.
candles,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. All right, before I forget, let's drop another 50 exclusive Mark Aram Show annual Christmas cards right now. Timestamp it, Deborah, 11:56. First 50 folks that email Deborah, DEBRA, at WSBradio.com. Just email your full government name and your mailing address. That's it. That's all Deborah needs. Your government name, your mailing address. First 50 folks that email Deborah, DEBRA, at WSBradio.com. You'll secure the annual Mark Aram Show Christmas card.
Longoria's Fact of the Day.
All right, today is National Parfait Day, and parfaits are named for the French word meaning perfect. The American version is a layer of yogurt or ice cream. The French version is frozen custard, and parfaits were served at the first Nobel Prize award ceremony in 1901.
Love a good parfait. Do you know I wish it was instead of National Parfait Day, National Parquet Day.
Parquet.
Remember?
Yeah.
Butter. Is it butter? Parquet.
Yeah. I remember that.
Let me know when National Is that's still not a legitimate product, right? They don't make parquet anymore.
I haven't seen it in stores for a long time.
All right. We'll find out tomorrow. Deborah will do some research. If I'm assuming the FDA, whatever where they were putting in parquet, butter, parquet, like they had to shut that down. That was probably not a healthy spread for your toast.
Now, are you guys ready for the Mark Aram Star of the Show?
Chinway Maponia Cook stole me a Channel 2 Action News breakfast this morning. That was phenomenal. Deborah, what I gave you one? Oh, you taught me how to dial.
You didn't know how to dial long distance.
Yeah, Deborah taught me how to dial internationally. She gets the star of the show. Longoria said I shouldn't get a star of the show, so I am going to give myself star of the show. Colby Cannoli. You missed out on crab yesterday from Angry Crab in Kennesaw. So I'm going to give you a star of the show because I feel bad. Vinny should have brought you home a bag. I'm live tomorrow on Wednesday. A lot of big stuff to talk about. Social media is up and active at Mark Arum, MarkArum. Stay safe. Have a great Wednesday, Atlanta.